Foundation, Romans 15:4. Appreciate Yahuah. Hump, you still hot. Hump got something going on. Your body, she told you, your insides got to be cold. You work out right before serving, walk in here steaming hot. Why? And he couldn't have took no bath deal there and be hot still. That man out there humming. Ain't that right? Now, you got to calm down. You don't want to do that. I want to work out just like right before service. Because your body, you really need your body kind of calm itself down. You find your right peak time. You know what I'm saying? Some people better morning, some afternoon, some night. Yours right before service. Only time you have before service. You don't use up your hood time. You walk in here. How long you work out? Long time. I said how long? Long time. You think you back in the ancient days? We like hours, minutes, seconds? 2 or 3 hours. Somehow. Man, try to make sure them t-shirts stay tight. That man said, hey, I got a smitty, and he found a little swidge. He said a mosquito almost got through. That thing broke off both his wings trying to squeeze through that. No, that's all right. Go ahead and do it. That's all right, though. Now, it's good you're a young man, though, try to take care of yourself. Pace yourself. Learn to keep a pace you'll be able to keep up with. Sometimes you set them pace too high, and then you break. Man, you'll blow up, boy. Lancaster used to be able for you to work out like that. No, he did. They used to, then. How you to work out heavy like that? Years ago, then you stop. Okay? Lancaster ain't going to get a poster. He going to show it to you. He going to show you the other picture. You see this one. You need to see the other one. They have, for real though, when you do that, when you set them height, when you like go a long time, that's the truth. We just go a long time, then man, we do 18 sets, 225. That'd be one exercise. So when you get to going like that, you start setting them high rates you be going, you gotta make sure you can maintain them. That's just like when you do this, the book talk about maintaining good work. When you start out, make sure that's what you can keep doing. A lot of times people are doing, they'll set high goal expectations, like someone that want to get small for something, to go eat Thanksgiving dinner. They're going to starve themselves for 2 days. I got to be ready for all that food. I mean, just stop it. You might just keep eating. Stop eating the well-dressed or stop eating the well-suit. It ain't worth it. Just go and get the other suit. All you going to do is get bigger. As soon as you eat something, your taste bud is going to lose it, go crazy. I'm telling you, a lot of stuff people doing, them quick crash, all that stuff, intermittent fast, intermediate fast. I don't have time for all that food. I'm going to eat when I'm hungry. Don't play with your brain. Eat when you're hungry. Cut your portion size down. This just me. You don't have to listen to me. I did a whole lot of stuff. Listen, I've done a lot. A lot of intermittent, people can try it. It worked for some people. I'm not going to starve myself to do nothing. Diet, drop the T. What is it? Okay, that's all there. I tell people, you want to do lifestyle changes. Listen to words. Words have meanings. You have to watch what you're playing with. I wouldn't do nothing for no 30 days, no 60 days, no. Stay with what you're going to stay with. Because if it gets you to development in 30, 60 days, if you don't keep it up, what do you think will happen to development? That makes no sense. It's not even rocket science. Whatever you're going to do, make sure that's something you can maintain. Just like committing your life to Yahuah. Make sure that's something you can maintain. You say, I'm gonna get my life right for 30 days. What you going to do the 31st day? Go back to what you used to do? That's why a lot of people crash, or they get them quick weight loss, then they jump back up, starve themselves, eat 1 meal a day. That's dangerous. Your brain and body are working cohesively together. It knows when you're hungry. You just got to cut your portion size. You got to start eating foods that's more where they'll burn and they don't just kind of stick and hold. Stuff that preserve it. I'm just telling you, a lot of stuff you want to do. You got to be comfortable with yourself. You want to get rid of it, it's things you got to change, just like sin. It's things you just have to get out of your life completely. Don't keep them. A lot of y'all do stuff, you're not disciplined. When you start playing with a lot of these things, you have to be disciplined. It's got to be practical. It's got to be something that you really do. And first, you need to center yourself around your salvation. That's one key. One key event is making sure you satisfied with yourself, ruach first, or with the nefesh, the inner person. All the outside exterior, you'd be surprised how many people look very attractive outwardly, but inside they're horrible, they're miserable, they're sad. It's a lot of stuff happening. You need to learn to get your completeness from the inside. Then you start learning how to develop what you're trying to get outside. That make sense? Yes, sir. Okay, I just put out, it's different for everybody. You got a lot of people, they'll dedicate their life to just working out every day. But there's some other things going on they're missing. So you want to learn how to lifestyle change your diet, learn how to be satisfied. Why would you learn to be, this is what you ask yourself if people want to lose weight, do other things. How satisfied are you with yourself just as a person? Just think people, and then they'll say, oh, I'm miserable because I'm fat. No, you're not miserable because you're fat. You're doing something, the reason that you're fat, you're obese. And it's because there are other things that are affected. So you have to start looking at it. A lot of times people say, if I lose weight, I'll feel better. You would feel better, but if there's something internally missing or something off internal, it's like going in a car, the engine knocking, and you go put a paint job and some rims and a radio on it. Now that look real good outside, them rims, that paint job, candy, it's beautiful. That music is bumping, but that engine's still messed up. And typically that's what people do, fix up the outside, don't worry about the inside. So start working from the inside out. Make sure there's a completeness with you inside. Make sure you understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. Don't be trying to do it so you can try to look like somebody else. Try to fix who you are. A lot of times people trying to look and measure themselves by other people. First of all, learn who you are and develop that person. That's the best thing you can do. You know how many people trying to shoot basketball like Michael Jordan? And you don't know none of them because they never completed it. Just being honest, don't try to do it. Be the best you can be. But a lot of times people don't spend time on doing it. Isn't that wrong with looking at other people and getting quality that you might pick up from them? But don't get something that changes you and push you outside of realistically what you can do with your development. It's just not practical. Okay? That help y'all out? I know a lot of, see, preacher said stay fat. I never said that. I just said really, it comes from within. You need to learn how to be satisfied with you, make changes about things that you're able to make changes with, learn to exist with things you can't, because that's called life. That is, and it's there for a reason. Everybody got, how many of y'all got things you would like to change? And other things you can't change. That's called life. Everybody got, people suicide. I'm suicide because I can't. No, that's not why you suicide because really, in layman terms, you're just stupid. Okay? It's a quick way to quit and cheat and get out and try to get pity because you feel miserable. Change things about you don't like that's in your ability. Then the things they can change, they don't change. They make an excuse because they want to keep lingering on other things they can't change. What about the things you can't change? They don't, because you're sorry, you're lazy, and you're just looking for an excuse to quit. Get motivated to keep going. I'm telling you, that's the difference between a winner and a quitter. A winner and a quitter. Listen, you keep going. I tell you, I don't let nothing stop me. At the end of the day, listen, something I don't like happen, I go to the moon, I fly around there, I go around the other orbit, hit a couple other planets, Mars and Jupiter, go in another galaxy. I said, now I'm going way too far. I come right, settle myself down, said time to get back to work. So at the end of the day, once I realize, okay, this is where it's at, that got it. So once I know I got to still adjust what happened, it's on now start limiting how far I can go. Because that time I waste going around these other planets, you could have already been working on another solution. That's something a lot of y'all need to learn how to do, problem solving. What's the problem? Then let's get to the solution. A lot of times people blame other people for things that's inside their ability. How many of y'all are guilty to that? I know I used to do it. See, that's the first time in healing. That's it. That's healing. Problem solving. People try to do it in math and other stuff, try to get them problems. Let's look at what's wrong with you. And why is that a problem? Why haven't you changed it? Sometimes people create problems for themselves. They're not even a problem. Sometimes people look for problems. It is. Some people they look for problems because they're more comfortable when they're defeated, when they're being beat, so it allows them to continue the sorry, pathetic life that they live. The reason I say it because I've been there. It ain't always about overeating to do it. It's just other things you'll do too because you're miserable. And you don't look for other people to give you joy. Don't look for other people to uplift you because then you're going to have a problem. Those people uplift you, those are the same people that'll drop you. When they put Yahushua, you remember the people that put Yahushua up? Those are the same people that took him down. So what you think of how many people lift you up that you're looking for to get you to feel better about yourself? Those are the same people going to put you down. So I encourage myself. Cool. If no one else encourages you, if you want my help, meet me halfway. That's it. That's it. Now, they ain't what they're doing. That's on them. I don't know if you know. Listen, that's what Dawood did. Dawood had come back from a battle. He had come back from a fight. He had come back. When he came back, a lot of the women and the kid had been captured. The whole Matar were angry with Daud. They were angry with him too. Because look, they had went out with Daud, and while they were gone, they had already taken the people. So Daud had got so discouraged, he went out. He encouraged himself. That's what he did. He encouraged himself. Now, what are you doing? I'm hoping a word will come. I'm hoping. That word ain't going to do nothing for you. You ain't doing nothing for yourself. See, sometimes we put too much on the word. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at what's practical. Okay? You have to have a mindset. You have to be in a certain position for a lot of things to happen. A lot of times people like, I want to be like the man. How many of y'all remember the man who has sat at the pool for 38 long years? How many of y'all want to see something like that happen for you? Did you go to that pool? So what was you looking for? He went to where healing was available. See, this little thing, key trigger thing. The reason why he went there, not because that was an easier way to falling down the stairs. He went there. He went there because every Shana, a Malaki would come down and trouble the waters. And whoever got into Ma'im first was healed. So this man had set himself in a position. It only made sense that he would get where he was coming from. He was consistent. You are inconsistent. He had placed himself in a way where it was available, where availability was there for healing. You're not. Why are you trying to compare yourself to this man? That's all I'm looking at. People don't, some stuff that you do and something it ain't even practical. It doesn't even make sense. What are you looking for? These people that you see he ran in, these people had a form of belief. Okay? One woman came to him who was Na'im of the Abarym, which would, they would call the Hebrew, was Na'im of the Yahudim. And yet she was seeking healing. And when he rejected her and told her who it was for, she merely just allowed him to know, I will just wait for what these sorry people waste. I will take the little scraps. I will take the nakud, which are crumbs. I will take the nakud. When he saw this woman willing to take whatever you rejected, he granted it to her. You want to be like her. What are you doing? Nothing. You're sorry. You're lazy. You fault find. You complain. You're a hater of other people. And yet you try to set yourself in their position. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay, here we go. Jairi, he had a daughter who was sick, even unto death. And when he came across Yahushua, he wanted Yahushua to come to his house. He let him know he's also a man of authority. He said, I tell men to go, they go. When I tell them to come, they come. He said, I am not even worthy for you to come into my bed. But if you just speak the word. He didn't know, hadn't seen that kind of armor nowhere. Most people want me to come by and do it. He said, you just speak the word. And when he got back to his house, his daughter was well. You know what he did? He inquired about what hour was it. And he found out that was the same time when I was talking to him. Now, why would you compare yourself to him? His will believe he didn't even have to come. Yours is come. They think you, what's that boy from England? Boy Joy. Come, Jesus. I'm only talking out about this again. Salvation is obtainable, but you got to be practical. I want you to honestly look at you're not practical. Okay? A lot of stuff that you guys trying to get, it's not practical. It's just not practical. It's not practical. Really, and you know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't going to be saved. No. I said salvation, I can't hear you, was obtainable. Okay? It's just not practical you obtaining it going the route that you're going. Y'all understand that? But you know what they heard? Peter said we ain't gonna be able to be saved. I never said that. I'm just telling you it's not practical what you're trying to do. Okay? The goal is to obtain it, but you got to start looking at where your priorities lie. How realistic are you in doing it? A lot of this, it comes down to what's realistic. Can you actually do this? Even Yahushua, when Yehukanan and his Yaakov, they told Yahushua that they want to sit at his right and his left hand. He said, can you drink of the cup that I'm drinking of? Can you? They said, yeah. He said, okay. He said, that's good. He said, but you still can't get that seat. They ain't throw him one time. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, you ain't getting that seat though. He let him know to get that, man, you gotta eat and drink what I had. And that's gonna be tight for a man. And I appreciate Yahuah didn't even put that on us. He put it inside our ability to obtain it. Y'all got it? So when a man or woman don't take it, he don't have a problem with them. He don't have a problem with rejecting you simply because he made it where it's practical. What is it that he asked you to do? For those in here that feel like they can't be saved, tell me what is it that he put that's not practical for you to do it. No, nobody gonna tell. But I asked, I said, how many of y'all feel like I can be saved? A bunch of them raised their hand like this. Now when you go to the question, you said, well, tell me what is it that he asked you to do that's outside your ability. Now they're trying to figure, I ain't saying it's just I can't do it. Okay, why you can't do it? I asked you that question. Because I already know you answer the question in your mind. Correct? Correct. Nobody answered the question in their mind. Excuses. That's what we look at. Excuses. And these are the things. Do y'all want to get this or not? Y'all don't worry about no. This y'all problem. I appreciate you, Dane. This is the problem. Why Lyman gonna get it? You're too afraid of how folks gonna look at you. Folks already been looking at you. Okay? People you need to worry about looking at you, sit up there, not down here, okay? The ones sit up there are watching you. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace because you make excuses. You will not conform to. So these are the people you need to be concerned about, not these people down here. These people down here, they already set their mind. They ain't trying to do it. So of course it's easy to criticize. You so stupid, you keep going on. I ain't going doing nothing. I need anything I can get to discourage somebody to come out here with me, I'm gonna do it. See, the people that you fear ain't doing nothing. Tell me who's going to criticize you that's doing it. Why you can't find nobody to criticize you that's doing it? The people that you worry about criticizing you ain't even doing it. I let a guy taught me how to do my homework in the 5th grade. Why? It ain't like he was doing his homework saying, I'm doing mine. You need to stop doing yours. He wasn't doing his, so what do he need? I need somebody else because the focus is on me. I need somebody so it look like I'm not the only person. And you've been duped. You fell for it. No one's going to criticize you that's doing it because they already know what type of effort it takes. They know the dedication that it's going to take for you to do it. They don't have the time and the energy. The people that's going to criticize you are people that are doing nothing. Those people that criticize Yahushua, you remember how they would climb up the stake saying, put them in my hand. I live a good life, I'm going to do it. This joker ain't nothing, he a sinner. Everybody would criticize him for doing what? Nothing. They were sitting there watching. And you just dumb and stupid enough to let people get you off. I don't let people get here. Whatever you're doing, I don't let you get him because then they get him. And I don't have that type of time and energy. I, again, will state, I'm in a good place with Tony Smith. I'm in a good place with my credit. I don't let people get in between him. Now, if that's the time you got, because that's where you at. You're comfortable with where you're going to go. You bought into the psychosis that they gave you, that you ain't going to be nothing, you ain't going to be in what they'll pay. What are they doing? The people that criticize, what exactly are they doing? The people you're afraid of that's going to criticize, what exactly lifestyle they live they can criticize? How many of y'all afraid of what other people think, what other people say? Nobody knows. Appreciate it. Tell me something. Tell me what they're going to say. Tell me one of them that you know that's doing it. What criticism they going to have? Anybody, you know, somebody who's doing it. Everybody that's going to criticize you if somebody ain't doing it. Right. Nobody doing it got time. Right. It don't even, what sense it going to make? Right. Why would somebody doing it be criticized? It makes no sense. They know what you got to do it. The people who don't have the desire to do it, the people who already know they've been counted out, they're going to waste the effort. They're going to waste the energy to make sure I'm not going to burn by myself. And you have availed yourself of that. You know, see people that they got the things on your phone unavailable at this time. That's how I do, unavailable. Unavailable. Why am I wasting time? Listen, we at the end of this thing. Why would you let somebody get you off like that now? They know they done wasted enough time that this man about to stay. Those that filthy, you stay filthy still. Those that not Sadat, he said they can stay Sadat. Listen, they can stay the same. They can stay Rosh still. He said, because I'm coming quickly. And my reward is with me. I'm going to give it to every man according to their work should be. So these people, listen, they already know. They too far off. It's going to take them too long to catch up to get it. So the best thing to do is to keep you off. How many of y'all fell for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Well, now you get smarter. Let the purpose come and get smarter. That's all. I mean, once you know where you're at, you know what you're trying to do, then that makes a difference. Okay? How many of y'all have employment? Work with it for yourself or whatever. So a homeless man come up to you with a bug, your stupid self. You might quit your job for what? You stupid. Man, what you doing going that job for? How many of y'all entertain this? Let me ask you a question. Why would you not entertain it? But you entertain criticism for people. Why would y'all not entertain it and take that as a serious thing? This is a serious recommendation. Because these people out here definitely have made success out of themselves. Worry debt free. So why would you not listen to them? You know why? Because these people in this situation will come up against you in the human mosh spot. The fact that you have enough intelligence not to listen to somebody who's homeless. The fact that you don't even give it a thought. Maybe it's an angel from heaven. You're a bum. You don't even turn around and listen to you. How do you entertain people that's not even doing the work then? The only reason I told you that because he'll use it against you later, okay? Now, it's your job to get smarter. That make sense? Okay. Let's look at it. Romans 15:4. All right, go ahead and read.
For whatever Nikatah before, Nikatah for our Lamed.
And what is that, y'all? To teach us, to show us, to instruct us. That's what we're looking for. We want to be taught, instructed. Teach us, then tell us what to do. That's what, stuff I missed in school when I had to come in. Teachers, and you heard I don't know how many times. They come in and they talk. They said, this is instructional time. How many of y'all had teachers ever tell y'all that? I've been with you. I heard the word, but I really paid no attention to what it meant or what it was. Any of y'all teachers ever told y'all this is instructional time? Then when they get through instructing you, they'll tell you to go ahead and do the assignment. They'll show you and instruct you how the assignment should be done or what their expectations are for you doing it. And then they'll tell you about the start. Go ahead and start to do what it is. And that's what he's done us. This is instructional time. Here, we'll go from here instructing you and then showing you what you should do. Then want you to go and put into play what you learn. That's why you take tests. In school, that's the purpose. It'll show if you learned what you learned. What's the purpose of tests? So what's the purpose of, after I hear the word, concerning forgiving? Dexter. Just the stupidest thing I see in my life. Come up and do some stupid, lame brain stuff to me. Boy, I hate that guy. He must not be listening to the word. Because it don't make no sense for him to come and do it. About the dumbest, stupid thing I've seen. What y'all think? What happened? Why I ain't learned that? Dexter wasn't paying attention. But what about Dexter? Because he came and he did something to me. He pissed me off. I ain't forgiving him. Exactly right, I ain't learned nothing. See, this is what we mess up at. I'm going to put my focus on Dexter, what he did. Don't you know, when I heard the word now is showing me where I'm at, just like Dexter getting a chance to see where he at. But where I messed up at is, I kept it on Dexter. The lesson that we did learn, was about forgiving. And my focus on how stupid, how lame brain, how retarded Dexter is for what he did. Not as teaching, but as for me, how I'm feeling about the situation. Yet, it came to show me you didn't pay attention. You really didn't. You missed the assignment. And you failed the test. Y'all got it? This is what we got. We do sometimes, we'll do stuff. And we try to help each other. We be on the phone. We do, hours we put in trying to help people. And we'll do some, simulate. Just know we'll do something and we'll say something to a person to see where they at. So we say, we say, what you think about this person? I'm not going to call here with name. Because name calling ain't going to help nobody grow. So we might say, like, what you think about that chimp? So then we wait, they breathe, they come out of their mouth and call us something. We say, you just failed the test. We said, you just failed. He said, well, how I felt that? We said, we were trying to see where you at. We were saying, this time, surely you grown. But you failed. You failed again. See, I knew he was going to teach. There's 2 tests you done failed. He be like, hey. But no, but in being, in reality, with that, we do that, but, having fun. This is the goal. Stop looking for them. You hear the word not to be tested. That's just like, it makes no sense. You know how kids fail final exam? They keep thinking they get through it today, it ain't gonna come back. Some of them pass the test, but they pass the final. And that's what we'll fail. Okay, I passed that test with this, I'm good. No, that test shouldn't come up again. What about final exam? Final exam, you compose a sum of everything you've been taught the whole semester. So these were little small excerpts that I've gone through, hypothetically. So now, final exam's still there. And sometimes I might be tested. Sometimes you can test, and you know what some tests can do? We need to be elevated. You grown. You matriculate, so we need to move you up. So next time my test might be 3 people. Now I know he don't want to be saved. There's no way. Why would they 3? If 3 people come here, it's got to be because they don't want to be saved. Why couldn't it be because I've grown and now we moved you up? It's a lot of time, this kid he might be doing dual enrollment when I got 2 of them. We might try you here and now. Hello? Wow, that's amazing. Because see, we don't think. We're so quick to look for excuses. And I'm talking, ain't just people out there, please don't think I'm talking to everybody. Everybody guilty. I'm guilty of it. So I started to consider things a little differently before reacting. How far to get involved with things. He talked about how no man whom he chose to be a soldier entangle himself with the affairs of this alone. So it's certain things I just have to get out of quick. Because you don't want to get yourself entangled. Y'all had something tangled up before? How hard was it to get it out? And how many of y'all got something from entangled, whether it was string or whatever it might be, and then you put it right back in there? The hope your call was, I hope I don't ever have to do that again. Yeah, especially I go fit. I tie the line. Listen, I would say I'd be tying the line. I would go through and they'd be like, cut it. I said, nope, I'm untie. I ain't got no line. But if that other line start running and I got another fish, you know what I do? Cut the line. So I don't have time. But if nothing else is going on, I will waste that time because ain't nothing going on anyway. It's not doing. So I'll go ahead and go through the motions of doing it. But if it's running, fish are running, I'm catching, this a no-brainer. I'm going to cut it. So guess what you got to do? Fish running. How much time you got to give to it? You see what I'm saying? That's how, see, all these things. I looked at what made the difference on whether people get their line. I said, hold on before you cut it. I like to do it. I like go through, especially it's like it gets you a mind, it's to give me an opportunity to kind of problem solve, to figure how did it get here, how to pull it back through, and how to get it out. But if something's going on, I start catching the fish. That's what I do. I put that thing down. I said, I ain't gonna be able to fool with that. I don't have time. And you know why he let me do that and why I went through that? He said, I want you to do that when it come down to a situation when you're supposed to be handling my word. Fish running. You ain't got time to fool with it. Anybody follow me? Mm-hmm. How many times have you left the work to fool with something and you had to, and you shouldn't have been fooling with it? Mm-hmm. See, we're learning to get better. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the last year I mean. We might possibly be the last people to come on there long. Of course, for babies coming in, but to maturity and to get where a lot of them at now, I don't see 10 more years of this. I could be wrong. I don't see it. The alarm can't take it. What amount of person do you need to be? What type of decisions you need to make? You hanging in that Granville? You might get a little tied up in there. Hang in there, try to get it. He missed the ride Wednesday night. See, that he came way over here and missed the ride. That's to help him, though. That's to do it. See, let me tell you something I do. That's not that bad. That's to be honest. Let me tell you something again. I will recite this again for you guys. How many of y'all moved here? How many of you guys who moved here quit jobs, relationships, gave up properties or whatever it might have been, homes or whatever? So how much time you really got to come in here and play?
That's right.
You're dead in the head. Zero. I mean, we do like a little laugh and put checks on the board. I want to play with you on the fire stove. That's something quick, easy, we'll move. Playing with you on the fire, you should never let anybody do that. There's some people say, man, I don't let anybody play with my money. Oh, don't play in my faith. I'll kill somebody. What you ought to really kill somebody with, somebody playing with your soul. The money, the woman, and the faith can be replaced, not that soul. See, I'm going to tell you how this, because I want you to be proud. I want you to hold everybody's foot. It don't bother me. You hold my foot to the fire. Say, listen, man, I ain't coming out for no foolishness. I ain't coming here for no junk from you and nobody else. I can't make sure I get this right. And I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. I assure you, you didn't insult me one time. That's what I came here to do. I take my job very serious when it comes down with people and instructing people in the way of how to live. So I might make it, they might do more talking to me than that because I want to make sure it's practical. And sometimes we get back there, you looking at, I want you to think for a second. That day, that week, before you make that decision to come, what was your mindset? Did people try to talk to you? Did anybody try to talk to you? Try to get you to reconsider? Maybe you could look. I mean, it's impossible to believe that one God put one man on the planet. One man. You tell me ain't but one man teaching right. One man. Everybody else wrong. And you're looking at, that's not what you said. You just knew what you had to do. You fought against a lot of opposition. Thought everything was against you. You don't have to do this. There's other people that watch live streaming too. And you could have stayed with live streaming, but you said, no, I need to be there. Where I'm at, I need to be there. Anybody had that mindset? Did anybody try to talk to them and try to convince them not to do it? Try to get them just stay and wait? But you did it. So how you come here and you just sold out? Nobody couldn't tell you nothing. Nobody couldn't talk you out of it. People say, that's stupid. He gave you that and you gonna let that go to do that? What about what he gave you? You went against that. And that's practical for anybody that's not seeking salvation to stay with what they had. But you, sir, that's not AC, is it?
Yep.
Please cut it off.
Thank you.
Yeah, cut that off. I want no AC on. Come on, get that check, Chris. Anybody? Right, I know, put my name, let me see who had Chris up there first. Come on, Chris. Kerry was so happy. You come on behind a bit, man. I saw that face. Come on, Kerry, I saw that face. That man cut his eye. You should have seen that coon, how he looked at you. Come on, y'all tell me right quick who all had him up here. I seen you, that man gloated when you got a check. Yes, sir. You seen somebody? I'm so glad to see with shoes on. They don't know what to do. Kerry, you might have closed up. Kerry. Put another up there, Kerry. I've been pushed. Kerry, you all up here in my word. I'm really surprised. So who y'all had up there first? First Chris, second, the second Kerry. Who had this order? Did anybody here have this order? Did y'all have it like that, Chris? Y'all had it Chris, then y'all had it. Some of these folks have really questioning their honesty. Because they're trying to figure out, this ain't really learn. So, okay. Did anybody have Chris and Kerry on their board? Had them for checks tonight? Can I see the hand? Who had them on there for checks? Yeah, these people couldn't be wrong. So, appreciate that. What they had, Kerry. Yeah, they had Kerry first. Somebody, Chanel. No, I had Aki, Kerry first, and then Chris second. Okay, we got it. See it, Wayne laughing. Come on, Big Lee. Come on, Big Lee. Look around. Lee, you got a fan. Look around and they can see you. Look around. No, Bill say, I had Big Lee. Now they picking me. They like, every time. I don't know what happened, but, the people, I don't know. They say, I had Big Lee in there. They look, because you know what, somebody said, man, they picking some more people here, some random people. They say it's a random one going to get it. It's somebody different. They going to get one. I'm going to see them, yeah. Well, we appreciate that. So, okay, Chris and Kerry. That's it. Good pick. Good pick. Four. Hey, come on, Haywood. Also, the proper name is Hey Chimp. Come on, Hey Chimp. There's nowhere in the world the synagogue wrong. Yeah. What up?
Got one popped up there.
What up? Jay. Come on, Jay. I almost said she see him. I told they looking, they saying they like, yeah, they looking at it's more of them. Yeah. These folks can't be wrong. Princeton, come on. That's somebody from at home. I can't fight them. Two check. Don't. We have no interracial mingling here, friend. Yeah, Princeton. Your name? We got. Fifth president of Diamond. They got that the fifth president of Diamond. Who is the fifth president of Diamond Record? Oh, that man put move. No. No, Bruce, no. Bruce get a check. Somebody put a check for Bruce. Mook ain't met with nobody. How you trying to put another order for talent? Hey, please if I grab me 25 pounds of gorilla meat. Do anybody eat gorilla meat at home? What you doing all that green folk, man? You in trouble when you put your check up here. Oh. I want to apologize to y'all at home. Dexter, come on, Dexter. No, you got one up down. Hold on. You got one up, Dexter. So I said, Justin got 2 on. Boot. Come on, Boot. I don't know. Babe, what you do? Goodness. Tamika, somebody said, they're bad. Rod? Goodness, man, they gonna empty the synagogue out around here in a minute. Wilson Simone. Check tearing us apart. She's talking about checks tearing us apart, folks, Sabbath. Malcolm. Come on, Malcolm. I don't know what you know. Malcolm, they're bad. Man, they got you. Come on, Malcolm. Malcolm, I don't know what the hell. Malcolm don't bother nobody. Cousin Will, come on. You got another check. I know it's tight. Come on. I know it's tight, cuz. It ain't me. Come on. It ain't me, cuz. It ain't me, cuz. Don't think it's me. Man, it's tight, man. Come on, man. It's tight. And that one went out there bad. Robert. Robert is bad, Robert. It's like mac and cheese. Gunner, but they got everybody up there. Man, roughing him. Goodness, man, they ought to change. All right, let me see what they get better to my work over here. Y'all ought to change up here. The studio audience out there done lost it, man. They see y'all. I told y'all, I said they looking at, there's a lot of folk names that ain't been called. They need to get checked. So here, what I want us to consider. Excuse me, with the for whatever was Qatar before was Qatar to teachers and show us instructors that through patience and going through without quitting. This is a key. A lot of you guys have looked at you hadn't quit because you hadn't left this assembly and you actually judged wrong. You quit when you stop putting in the performance. It's just like some people, you've seen people run, they'll run, but they ain't running to win. Because they're like, what's the point? You've seen that before. Have you been a race, you run and you realize it's to you, or maybe you see it with somebody else, they look at it's unwinnable. So I don't even try. I'm going through the motions, but I'm not going with the mindset of I can actually capitalize or I can actually win this, if I just put everything into it. And sometimes that's how we'll operate. We can sit here and you become dormant. You just kind of become complacent and not realizing you quit. Anytime you're not giving your all, you quit. One thing what I appreciate with Yahuah, he don't have a middle ground. You either are or you ain't. And for some of us, that's hard because somebody might ask me how I'm feeling. I feel all right. With him, either you feel bad or you feel good. He can't do the middle because it's too easy for compromise. It's too easy where you kind of leverage yourself on two ends. We can say I'm okay based upon the situation. When Shaul said how he had learned how to be hungry and learned how to be full, he said, I learned to be content in whatever state. And that's because of the state I'm in, I should be worse. I learned to minimize a maximum effect situation to where I'm still in a place to where I can maintain. Y'all understand that? That's a different, but for some of us, we've learned how to just kind of use, well, I ain't never left. I've been here the whole time. But if you haven't been performing at the rate that you're supposed to, you left. You left. Don't count, because sometimes how we count stuff is bad. You know what I'm saying? We'll look at things sometime in a way that you don't realize when you're not performing to the rate that he's expecting us to do it, to perform at, then he look at the me, you quit. I don't see what your purpose was at that point. The goal is to grow in that, yeah, so you want to grow in, and con is favor. Favor should constantly it should be sprouting around you. You should be sprouting. Because you're growing in con. That's great, favor. So that favor should be showing. It should be ready, and you show the lack of. So your growth is stunted. You have stunted growth. And these are things we're trying to correct. We're trying to correct them in regular conversation, along with understanding where we need to be with the word. I think along the way, some of us have gotten lost with the word because, it's a complexity. For some ways, like, preacher, I'm good. Let's keep going. I'm understanding everybody at that level. Because everybody dealing with different stuff. I got stuff going on, whether it's in my marriage or with myself or with my kids or with my health or just in general. Just my mind is racing. And all these are things that can cause a defect in your performance. So talking, I think the way we do it and talking on a general level where everybody can understand it is a good thing. Because the goal is to get us all into a oneness. I don't want no some will get it, some don't get it, some no. We're trying to move for everybody to come into a oneness. Even with our followers out there as well. We want everybody to come into a oneness with this. And the way to do it is to realize that having these conversations, it gives an opportunity for people to see you're not alone. They got Big Lee and Faith have a Zamar, know you're not alone. You can sing it. Who? Yeah. Nemo. Ha! Yeah. It's him, Nemo. I had to remember about Nemo. So yeah. So they'll say, I know, you're struggling, but sometimes you hear it, but you're not really looking at, you're actually not. Sometimes I know some people, I had to have a jam. I put on my Zamar when I'm feeling low or whatever it might be. For me, I learned to meditate. I learned to consider, regardless of what play. I might be in a place where I can't play it. That's nothing against them. I just kind of learned how to put myself in what you call kind of survival mode. That if it's not there, then I need to be able to have something to be able to encourage myself if it's not there. Like, sometimes you can't have your MP3, you don't have your phone, or nobody gonna let you use their radio. What you gonna do? So it's good to have the relationship. That relationship is sustainability for me. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I have a relationship, knowing that when I'm going through something, I can, and I think this will help those of us that kind of lost with how to maintain when they're going through and get out. I know it's a cause. It's a cause. I know it's a cause. If it's a cause, it's an effect. If it's an effect, then I know it's going to be a result for it. Just like if it's a fire, we talked about before, if it was a fire, when the fire department come, they put it out, they're going to search for the cause. The effect is there, the damage. For me, I know there's a logical reasoning for every situation that I encounter, I go through. It don't matter, it can be small if some might look at it, you're supposed to learn because nothing just happens. You remember the movie Matrix? Who remember the movie Matrix? Who remember it well? If I remember it well, one. Okay, on one, when they brought Neil into the Matrix and they was getting ready to go back, I guess, to the spaceship. What they call that thing? It was Zion. Khadijah? Was it a Nebuchadnezzar? I thought it was Zion. Nebuchadnezzar, what it said, Nebuchadnezzar. It was going back to Nebuchadnezzar. Made no sense, but anyway. Not saying you would make no sense to name it going on Nebuchadnezzar, but anyway. That showed the female, she's very mixed up. But anyway, when he was going up the steps, he was walking, he seen a cat, and he said it was something strange. And he was like, what was it? He said, I seen it. He said, like I seen that cat. He said, they asked, was it the exact cat? Was it the cat? He was like, yeah. They start realizing that they realized they had been infiltrated. They had to pay attention to everything. Because when they started seeing things that they seen before, they knew there was a repeat in something. They knew at that point they had been infiltrated. The reason why I'm bringing that up, you don't pay attention to things around you to realize that you're being infiltrated. You missed it. First they started hitting, they knew they had to get out of there. They had to change because a lot of things that you think are small, that are insignificant, are major for you. Because you're supposed to learn in every situation. People get up every day, you need to be learning something, especially about yourself. That's true, and most of us don't. We don't even worry about it. And so when situations come, you don't really know what your ability is. So you typically result back to what you do. You quit, you find an excuse, a reason. You turtle, you stick your head in the shell. You go somewhere and you hide yourself and you cry. You go and you eat yourself into oblivion. Whatever you can get for an excuse other than you addressing a situation. Y'all got to take a fork and take a big chunk out of that foolishness. Instead of you basking in food, like it's not a win, it's a loss. Everything you go through is for a purpose. So when you create a relationship, you tend to understand, things, I get stuff like, but then I can't get that much time to it. So I have to realize that's the human part of me, the part of me that realized that I have to understand and accept and be good with decisions. But that comes with time. And I'm just telling you, how many of y'all not good when stuff happen? If something happened, a situation happened, you out of it for a day or two. I might take you a few days. How many of y'all those type of people? So then you got to start learning. It's because you lack confidence in them. You don't understand why you go through. You trying to put together, it ain't fair. If you try to go with this prognosis, it ain't fair. It's like every time I look around, stuff just happen to me and stuff don't happen to other people. That's like real kid-like. It's like real kid-like, I don't never get to go nowhere. What kid don't never get to go nowhere? That's called prison. That means you're incarcerated. That you've gone nowhere. Think of your cousin. I did that. Who don't do it? We you do? I don't never get to go nowhere. I don't never get to do nothing. Seriously? You just block out your mind where you been. That's one time. You only been somewhere one time in your life. How many of y'all did this? I did as a kid. And you look at that, is that true? No. And now you transfer that over to him. That you will make it as though he's done nothing for you. That things always just happen to you. These are situations that you have to learn from. And he's trying to get you to create a relationship. He's brought you out of how many situations? The reason he can't do this one. He's never done it before. I'll go with that. If he's never done it before, I wouldn't put it in his hands either. I really wouldn't. There's no reason for me to walk up and trust Elohim off the rip. No reason. I don't care who walked up and told me. My name is Yahuah. I just landed here and trust Yahuah. I don't know Yahuah, and I don't know what you're talking about. And I got to keep running. And you need to put some drawers on. I'm going to keep walking. That's it, man. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. Nobody going to walk up to somebody. You need to believe in alien. How much comes? You just want to stop, sir. You need to believe in alien. How much time you going to give me, Justin? Why? What you know about aliens? And so when I tell you, listen, I come from the Galactica and bring you aliens to come and take you away to a planet, how much time you going to give me on this? And that's what I'm going to do to Yahuah. So on the way from this to work, I got to have a relationship with him. So when people speak concerning things concerning him, I have knowledge of it. That's how I know how much play and how much playtime I'm giving you. Okay? I'm not giving playtime to something I don't know. It's not happening. I'm not interested in trying to just learn a whole bunch of things. It's through experience that I've encountered with him. Those things that you keep going through, keep happening. At some point, you're supposed to reassess how you're dealing with the situation. The reason why they keep occurring because you hadn't got it yet. You hadn't learned. You're supposed to learn from these situations. Some of y'all live a life just sad, sloppy, pathetic, and just, ooh. That's it. This is life changing. This is life building. This create life. What we're doing in here, this creating life. Let's go back to nothing. Nothing in this room. Everything in this room existed from a word. Y'all understand that? That's how powerful. So it's almost ridiculous and insulting to tell him and say what he can't do. He said, I came here with nothing here. Nothing. He said, I spoke to it and I made this. So I need to show you the power and the validity of the word. So anytime it's a problem about believing him, look around. It's still him. The world is cruel, people are bad, people riding everywhere, and the world's still him. Yeah. Trying to say, I exist. I create. That's why it's so important to understand when you're using the name. That's the name. It ain't just Yahuah, it's I exist. It needs to have a title. Sometimes it has something, so what would we call that? Call it Yahuah. It's I exist. That what it is, I exist. That's what he told. Every time I call the name, I understand it. When I'm not just calling a name. I call it because I know what it means. I exist. Why when I call on somebody exist? My goal is to exist. So I have to come to someone who has that ability to exist. I ain't get sick and go to no liquor store. For what? To get drunk? I don't want to get drunk. I want to get healed. I'm going to go to the hospital. Hello? If I want to buy a car, I'm not going to no Family Dollar. I'm going to a car lot. If I want to be saved, I want to live and forever, I'm going to go to somebody who lives forever. I'm going to go to Yahuah. He exists. I'm in a situation I need to be delivered. I'm going to where delivery comes from. I'm going to Yahushua. Listen, I save. I save. When they was on the ship, they start calling whoever out there can hear us. Mayday, mayday. Anybody can hear us. If there's any boats, any ships out there in the waters, please come help us. Throw a rope across. They said, Adon. I save. I save. Who else would you be going to? But you managed to go everywhere other than that. Guess where you go? In my feelings. In my past hurts. Where everybody got a secret place. They hide themselves in with themselves. And you can sit down and you make your excuses. And you come up with your own logic. That's dangerous. Stay away from your logic and your advice. You'll tell yourself something wrong. And I know you will because you hadn't obtained it yet. Because you answer your own question. That's dangerous. You answer that, people say, only you crazy if you answer yourself back. You don't have to verbally come out with your mouth. It's what you do. When the questions come, what do you do? I can't be saved. What do? I do actions that will prove it. So you answered it with your own actions. So it's needful for us to sit down and consider us as people, everyday people. What do we fall at? Where do we fault at? What are our mistakes? What do we need to change? I added morning palau in. I don't know if it enrich or help other people, but I was doing already, but I said, well, I'll start doing that. Then I added when I wake up, I don't want to ask for nothing. I just want to give him the hadu. I don't want to ask for nothing because we ask it. I don't want to ask him for nothing. I just want to go ahead and give him the $2, the Thanksgiving. I want to give him the hadu for what he's already done. Because a lot of times, if you become in the prayer, I keep coming on, Mom, buy me this. Mom, come get this. Mom, give me this. Hold, stop us up. You ain't never thanked me for what I bought you before. Like, what? So if you're going to buy me, so I don't get it. So now, guess what he look at, Lee? Let me just let you go without. Then you'll appreciate what you have. Now you had a conversation, just like they did when they remembered the cucumbers. When you got in certain situations, it made them go back to consider what they had. It might even be Mizraim, but when they got outside and they got without. So what Yahuah do to us sometimes? He puts you without. You know what you realize? My life really wasn't that bad. Considering it's worsened, it wasn't that bad. I actually had it pretty good. What is going to get me the logic to do that? He can't have just a simple conversation with anybody catch it. So you got to start learning from behaviors. You got to learn from situations. And a lot you don't learn from it because you're so busy using that to give credence to your dumb, bonehead, ridiculous belief that you can't be saved. And you can't as long as you don't believe it. What are you going to do if I don't believe it? What kind of performance are you going to get from it if I don't believe it? What? I don't believe it. What am I going to do? If I did do it, how is it going to be done? What's the effort going to be done with it? How consistent I'm going to be about doing it? Now, I'm going to ask yourself, so you can look at what you've been doing. You have been consistent. You got to really think this to do it. You have to really believe this. To believe it, you got to think it. You got to really see yourself in that position to do it. A lot of times how people beat people out is mentally overpowering them by empowering themselves. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you faint that thing because of the size. YashaYahu wanted to do it. When they seen the people, he told them, when you see people more than you. And they got horses and chariots. He let them know, don't be afraid of them because I'm with you. Now, am I going to not be afraid because you said that? That's not logical. If I see more people than me, I got to look at the numbers. The odds are against me. I see people riding and walking. That's another fault against me. But he just told me don't let word that. Why? Because these are situations I brought you out. The Mizraim had horses and chariots. They outnumbered you when they came to attack you. But I fought for you. So he would never tell me to believe something I don't have experience or knowledge about. Everything you've been told to believe are things you have experience and knowledge about. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no. Y'all look kind of strange sometimes. Listen, are y'all trying to get the route? Because the reason I'm going this route, because we want to move from this conversation and kind of move ourselves back over here. The goal will be to take this and put it in here. That's the goal. Now, if your goal is to sit there and read it here and type it from your phone to there, then you're not going to be successful. The goal is to take this and put it here. But you got to believe it. I had to believe it. That's why I read it, because this is what I believe. I don't just read. I know y'all, I really put it because that's what I believe. First, I started reading it. I kept coming and I realized that made so much sense that whatever was written before was written to teach us. So it's not just some story about some people and they gone and they saved and they got a relationship and I'm just supposed to read about it. No, it was written for me. See, it's got to be personal. Some stuff people take is personal. Some things you don't want to get because it's personal. He said, well, I want you to make this personal. This is personal. And the problem becomes it hadn't been personal. You reading it and you say, well, yeah, your distance from here to here is light years because you don't really believe it. You never believed it. You would like to believe it, but you don't know how to believe it. Who's there? Appreciate it. See, that's where we at. See, once we know where we at, then we know how to recover. Y'all got it? Problem we never had an opportunity to sit down and talk about where are we at on this? How much of this I really believe? How much validity should I give to this stuff? What if it's finna end, I'm finna die? Probably ain't gonna get it anyway. I don't know what I need to be doing. This is gonna be your opportunity while you're on this side to get it right. But we gotta get past things that hold us back. Our fear. Somebody give me their fear that keep them from, that's holding them back. What's holding you back? Somebody tell me what's holding you back? Failure. Who else? Messed up too many times. What you got? Criticism. Anybody else? Fear. What you? Feel like he didn't give up something. Well, you think about this. We lose some things because if you look at it, in losing, it's some things you can't obtain either because of this. It's some things you can't obtain, but you choose not to do them because of this. That's a loss. Sometimes don't grade your losses by what other people. Some of us have harder loss because of the type of people we are. Like for me, it took me and it takes me a major loss to keep me committed because I was a quitter. See, everybody's test ain't your test. Some of us, that 1 hour in. Some of us, we all got different reasonings for why. Some people, they don't let go. They love her. When they love to the death. They ain't stopped. So it's a different type of test. It's a different type of loss for them. So don't look at it as monetary or as kids. For every one of us, it's a different test because we're all different people. We all struggle and come from different walks of life. But it all brought us all to the same goal. So they show you every one of these different walks of life brought us to all the same goal. We all got the same agenda. We should have, right? Regardless of the loss, regardless of what we've done, it took all that to get us. Now we just got to get minded to realize we ain't in this struggle alone. Because typically you feel like you're by yourself. No, those people other than that camera, those people here are here because they're in it too. They don't know who to talk to about it. They don't know who would understand. They tell it to them. When they tell it to them, it sounds kind of stupid when they hear it come back out of somebody else's mouth. So they just kind of sit and they just kind of look at it. Nobody understands. Somebody does understand. This is a struggle we're in. See, so he put us through all these things because these are barriers we got to break. These are things we battled for years. We just didn't recognize them. They were different. So we didn't recognize. We just felt like that's just how it was or that's how we were made up. And some of this stuff created us. It did. Some of our fears, some of our hates. If a father or mother wasn't there, or mistreated us or dumped us off, or we grew up and we formulated ourselves from a hate. We formulated ourselves from a hurt. It was a bad relationship. I loved, I was faithful. They were unfaithful, and that screwed me and left me out here. So I formulated myself and built myself from a hate. I built the wall, impregnable wall. Nobody ever break down, ever get through. They said, man, it's just hard, but you don't know it's because of my hurt. Now, that wasn't my story. It never happened. Woman ain't crazy enough to believe this. She crazy. She mentally retarded. But anyway, it's just all these different situations, they happen to us because they create us. And now he wants to come in and say, now what I want to do, I want to recreate you by creating a situation to get you from being you. Because that's the difference. People that know me know how I was, know how I did things. So to see me doing that is like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It ain't crazy. He said, if any man be in the Mashiach, he'll say, who gonna know it better than somebody that knew when I was old? So that's the new creation. He said, you're a new creature. Now, you've been going around And you've been trying to weigh yourself, and you weigh the same thing you wore back then, so you're using the wrong judgment. You try to change your clothes. I'm going to change my hair. Because any man being in the Mashiach, he's a new creature. He didn't say he got a new hairdo. He talked about the behavior. So something has to happen to trigger a person to take on this new burden. Y'all got it? So now some of the things that he's used to try to get us to transform, we fought it. We prayed out of it. Let me borrow it for a second. Well, you're welcome. Hey, preach, man, pray for me. I'm going through something. Just pray for me. He get me out of it. And he prayed for that. He's like, okay, I heard preaching, and I stopped it. But it was gonna make you. We never waited. See, but no, I ain't gonna criticize you. I just want you to realize I've been there. Okay? I've learning to just try to wait. Just try to wait. Sit in. I had a situation I told somebody what I could do, where I could be. I told him, I said, I'm not there. I don't even, because I just realized I didn't believe him totally because of how I dealt with things, a situation, and now it comes back to where it was time for a growth spurt to say, do you understand you didn't believe me? Like, wow, that's crazy. Because I don't believe in no other Elohim. I don't believe, but then I did. That's why I addressed it myself. See, when he said, let us make, what was it again? Man in his who? And his. So I did just like, cool, I want to be like him. So I just handled it myself. And you just, and this the falter. I ain't commit adultery. Okay? I ain't commit no fornication, smoke no dope, and I wasn't drinking. So ain't like I commit no sin. He said, whole time, that be sin. That be sin. Because anytime you operating in and you ain't believing, he said it's going to be a violation. Because you know how many of us trip ourselves out? Oh, man, I ain't commit no adultery. I ain't commit no homosexuality. What am I confessing for? I ain't telling no lies. He said, yeah, you live one. Because you said about me, but you don't really believe in me. Because you to an extent. But then when it get time, you will take off on your own. Y'all want honesty? So to achieve this, to get this, was to realize, it ain't simple sometimes as somebody say. That's why I'm not like drilling this down yet, because I really feel it's a disconnect with us. It's a disconnect from here to here. And that disconnect come in because you don't see, you ain't different than nobody else. We all the same people. Everybody, people the same people. People the same people. All these people, he taking down everybody. Everybody like they were impregnable, untouchable. He said, I don't know why you thought that. See, it's stuff that, and this was bad. And how many of y'all feel like you get your just due when you do wrong? You get paid back. How many of y'all feel like you get yours? How many of y'all feel like if it's you get? How many of y'all feel like who in here feel like he don't pay you back? He ain't paid you back. Who in here feels like he hadn't paid you back for nothing? You ain't gonna get paid back. Anybody? Does anybody feel it? Y'all understand the question? Anybody out there feel like he ain't get no payback? You don't get payback? You're not getting payback? What about you, John? Do you feel like he don't pay you? You don't get paid back for stuff you done? He been doing what? Who else out there? What about you, Chris? Do you feel like he ain't paid you back for nothing you done in your past? What about you, Hump? You feel like he paid you back? This mean. I feel like I did too, but if somebody did something, I'm taking care of that myself. He said, so this the problem he had to come at him. So when I got you, what make you think I won't get nobody else? Oh, I got an answer for him now. Don't ask me no question, ain't got no answer. I think on the fly. It take too long. Some things got to be dealt with right then. And I look at it, he let me know. Just like I dealt with you right off the rip too, right? That was tight. That's going to be a little tight. That was a little tight. That's a tight one to swallow. Because Sho didn't cut me slam off and then kill me off the rip and tear me all the way down. He did it in measures. He look at this. So why other people don't get down? And that's because we disconnect ourselves from everyday people. Even though people do wrong, they're still people. So I'm just telling you why I just come to get with. It don't matter what people say. It's how much time you're going to put in the stuff, where you get with stuff and what you can do and count them. I had a guy, he pulled up and blocked the drive, I had to turn. I said, look at this right here. I just went, usually I rather want to say, hey, are you stupid? You know, just let them know you're stupid. What is this going to do when I ask a person they're stupid? They're looking at, are you serious? We're going to fuse something. I just said, look, I said, I don't believe this man. I said, I'm not even going to blow. I'm not going to say nothing to this man about it. I'm like, this man clearly say he bad this. Like, you know what I'm saying to myself, sitting in my car, that man put that car in reverse and backed that thing back up. I said, now what if I'd have rolled that window down and let him have it? That man backed that car up. Listen, he put that car in reverse and he realized the situation. I'm blocking his driveway. And this man needs to get and I said, tell me, if you just wait. Now you could have reacted, and you know what I told y'all? I said something to him, and he went crazy. And I had to do what I had to do at that point. When all I had to do was, I said, cause you know, he let me ride. It don't make no difference, he don't back up. He gonna have to move eventually, gonna turn. The time you're gonna put in this, you're gonna lose. But these are growing. These are things like I'm growing. Because, you know, you work to make sure you don't commit adultery, you don't look, you don't drink, you don't lie, you don't commit homicide, you don't, whatever it is, go contrary. But you don't realize these aren't the only mitigating factors to get you off. Because a lot of things we do, it shows you don't trust me. Only to a point. When it's things you can still handle. But it's something you feel like, I can't win on that. You ask for it, I'm finna give it to you. Versus, just let me deal with this situation. Eat it. Just take it. See how it work out for you. Sometimes that person that might cut you down, you let it go, might have to come right back and say, listen, man, the other day, that thing bothered me so bad. I told you one time I had a job, I found the last job I had. And the supervisor came out there, and I was the guys would load my truck with a pallet. I had to go, and I was helping them pick the pallet jack to put my. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm helping to put the pallet jack there." He said, "Ain't your job." I said, "I gotta go." He said, "I don't care, ain't your job. You get hurt." I said, "I'm like, I gotta go." And he said, I said, "I tell you what." I said, "When I get back this afternoon, I'm gonna talk to him and tell you something." He said, "What you gonna tell me? Tell me now." I said, "When I get back, I'm gonna let you know." I got in that truck and I drove on that day. That whole day, I said, "I get back." I said, "I'm gonna let him have it when I get back here." I said, "I get back here, that man here." I said, "I'm gonna let him have it." He said something to me. And I came back in that afternoon. I came inside when the dispatcher said, "So Tony Smith," said, "Ron said he wanted to talk to you." I said, "He gonna get it too." I've been thinking about this all day. So he waited. We sit there, some other driver walking door. They don't play around. They sitting around pelling around. I called them. I know they finna go. They waiting. They don't say they gonna go. I don't know. They played it out good like they were trying to do something. These niggas ain't doing that. So he called. And he said he in the bathroom wait for him. I said, now he gonna get it for real. I said, that man want me to sit here and wait for him while he used the bathroom. You hold me up? So you got it. So he kicked the phone. He said, "We're on the phone." He said, "Pick up the phone." I got the phone. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Tony Smith." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man," he said, "Listen." He said, "I want to apologize for earlier day with me and you were talking." He said, "Man, listen here. I got home." He said, "I tried to go to sleep." He said, "That thing worried me so bad." He said, "I was in here." He said, "I couldn't even go to sleep." This man, straight sinner. He said, "I couldn't sleep." He said, "That man do me a job out here." He said, "I don't have no problem with you." He said, "Do you forgive me?" Listen to me. This man didn't ask nobody what. The guy sitting there didn't believe me. They said, "You lying." Because he didn't apologize to nobody. He'll fire you, and he'll walk out the front door and wait on you to come up there. He'll stand outside. You be walking out there. They said, "What you doing?" They said, "Get back in there and get to work." That's how he apologized. We learned he would never say he was sorry to nobody. That man told me on that phone, he said, "Do you forgive me?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Have a good night." He said, "I can go to sleep now." And hung that, listen, no lie, and hung the phone up. So everybody was sitting there, the dispatch, they were sitting there. Oh, they were sitting there, they was just waiting, they said, they were like, "What happened?" I said, he had told me he was sorry. They said, "Quit luck." This and them folks. I said, I left him alone. I said, "All right, I left out." Yeah, he apologized. But you know, and I should have remembered and learned from there, but I didn't. If you let him do what he do best, he work it out. I used to hear, you know how you hear people say that, wait on it. But you need your own situations. I can't wait on him. Daoud said wait on him. I don't know what you're saying. I ain't kill nobody for their wife, and then I came back and was told I ain't gonna kill you, I'm gonna put it somewhere. So I don't have what you have. I haven't been in no battle with Goliath. You see what I'm saying? So I hear you say, wait I say on him, wait I say. That's good for a start, but until you have your own personal situations, when you watch him unfold things that typically don't unfold for you, then you don't know. So I can understand your situation. That's why we're having this conversation. This is what you got to remember now. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have to let this situation roll, and you're going to have to put confidence in. Don't put in his hand that you say, I probably shouldn't have did this situation. Don't do it. That point is sin. I don't want you to go attempt something and pull back. When you attempt it, I want you to be comfortable enough to realize in order for you to have and to create the relationship that these people created, you understand you have to be in a similar situation. You're trying to beat somewhere that you can't possibly, you don't have the experience. Application, one ad. Help wanted. Master's degree. 15 years experience. Had to be over 37 years old. Dropped out of high school. Dumb as a sack of rock. 16. Why are you applying for the job? Why? Is it practical? It's impractical, not qualified. What he's trying to get you into is to get you into a belief system. Part of what you do, like a lot of times when people are healing and a lot of people getting things, people don't believe it, your negativity plays a lot on how you react to things. I'm just telling you. When I was a little kid, and then you go to sleep, December 24th, and you don't go to sleep, Santa Claus ain't gonna bring that. Let me tell you something. I go nigga sleep. You squeeze your eye to blood clot. I need them toys. And I believe, when you believe this, if they told you go to sleep, or Santa Claus ain't gonna bring you nothing. They tell you get to cut something off them, keep it up now. Your hand ain't gonna get nothing for Christmas. You straighten up. Oh, what I'm doing in September gonna affect Christmas? We can cut that off. But I think them threats are dangerous. You know, if you believe, y'all remember them folks start threatening you with that stuff? All right, now you don't get it for Christmas. You straighten your behind up. Nobody want to miss no Christmas. That white man coming down, fly out of that chimney. And I want it. One year, I'm telling you, I seen it. Y'all don't believe. I know what I seen. I was in that bunk bed, that joke in my bedroom. On the way, was he trying to steal something? I said, Santa Claus, he like, you woke? And he blowed that stuff in my eye. Listen. When I was in my bed, I was getting that stuff. And I woke up and my toy was in there. I said, I seen it. Now I'm going to carry that to the grave. I know what I saw. I looked him dead in his eyes. Because he was like, you woke. He blew that stuff out. Listen, it knocked me back out. But when I woke up, my toy was in the living room. That thing hurt me so bad, I found he wasn't living. All I said, I was like Reagan, still didn't take my cornbread. Still didn't take my Santa Claus. When I found my dad had him in the attic, he still didn't take my Santa Claus. I know what I saw. Y'all hear that thing was really the boom boom room. You don't let folks take stuff from you, but you have to believe it in order for you to be able to keep the mandates. If you don't believe that you're going to receive something, then there's no reason for you to do it. Like a lot of y'all coming here, let's be honest, your plight has been in vain for a while. You had a void for a long time in your servitude because you hadn't really served the way you need to serve. Because why? I'm a screw up, I'm a mess up, I ain't going to get nothing anyway. They're like a kid, someone look at it, well, I already get screwed up. You already told me I ain't getting nothing for Christmas. Why they say you ain't getting nothing for Christmas? Unless I'm trying to work, I'm trying to go back to reestablish a relationship. Some of us will do that. Because I rather screwed up, let me start cleaning up. I remember Body said, he said, I know I'm going to get a whoop. He said, I come out clean up. He's supposed to clean the whole house up. Because you're trying to alleviate or avoid something. For him, when you find out Christmas is done, you lost it. I'm trying to work to see what I can do to get the Christmas thing back going. This is what I'm looking at for me. My goal when I came, I was trying to get back to where I could get Christmas. If you understand that scenario. Okay? I want to get back to, I want to be able to have that relationship where I can be a receiver of something. You trying to receive the Ruach HaKodesh, and you can't do it because you haven't put in the attitude for it. Huh? Oh, you better. You better not. You better not pout. Why? Because they were saying, because Santa Claus, look at it, you couldn't cry. You crying. You're behind crying. You ain't getting that for Christmas. What you do if you crying and say you ain't getting that for Christmas? When he see you, what does he know? What does he do? He know if you've been bad or good, so what should he do? Why they ain't say you can do either or? They tell you there's a motivation to be good and not to screw up because he coming to town, and they should have told her that about Yahuah. That all of what they would tell us, that he sees us. When we sleep, he know when we're awake. He know when we've been right, when we've been Sadiq, when we've been Rosha. So what you need to do, the motivation, so you need to be a certain behavior because he's coming to reward those. And yet we missed it. And he gonna get us for that because we knew. We worked towards something that wasn't even real. For some stuff that we tore up, it don't even make it the whole year. He come with life alarm forever, and look how we've acted and conducted ourselves. So it's important to have these conversations so we can see where to disconnect that. Can we see what disconnect means, please? Before you do that, let's finish it right quick. So I'm going to come back to it. I look at something. I got that sniffing from my mama. For whatever, for what? Excuse me. For whatever was written, Nikatab before, was Nikatab to teach, alignment show, which alignment show, instruct, tell us, so that through going through it without quitting and through consolation of the writings, we might have tikva. That's good. Let's see what disconnect is. This is what we got. Let's try to fix it tonight so we can move on. Our goal now, we going back, we want to go back there. I want you guys to remember where you was when you heard this, when you made that song. The first time you heard it, no. The second time you heard it, no. But after a while, you got inquisitive. After a while, it became a routine for you to try to keep up with what we were doing. And then you realize you want to be, you think for yourself, you want to be a part of it. You say, I need to be where those people at, and those people are right, and I want to be there. Now you here and you ain't right because of what? Because you put all the bulk of it on the people. You never looked at what you need to do. There's people now, they look to blame the people. Don't blame the people. You be responsible for you. I don't blame preachers, nobody here. I know what I'm responsible for me. Y'all got it? Don't put it on, well, I thought, no, you're a part of the people. What part and what role are you playing? I'm just being honest with y'all. Y'all want the truth. I don't want you to lose out. You losing right now. You lose when you do something different. And like the coach called a break, man, time out, stop. Come and say, what we doing out there? What y'all doing? They look stupid like, huh? Y'all screwing up. What are you doing? That's what we're doing. Someday you see the game getting out of control, stop it. Yeah. Time out already. Bring on. First, the coach might wait to say, I'm going to see who they catch on to see. Okay, so how long we going to keep doing this? So now I need to get you here so you can see why you need to listen. You letting the game get too far away from us now. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to mess around and get too far away from you. Otherwise, we got to give it up. We just got to hope for another one. And this the only thing about this, you only got one life. This is the only game you don't get to play. This do or die right here. Y'all hear? This do or die. We won't get another game, guys. What we're doing right now, we put this, listen, I called a timeout. Before we get here, because I'm going through here, we're running. Some of you guys are getting it, some of you ain't getting it, because you still wrestling with, I ain't white public, so it ain't going to be me. He talking to them and not them. I'm talking to everybody can hear my voice. In the 49th division of Tahalim, they call something, he said, hear this, all ye people, both low and high, rich and poor together. Everybody. So it's important for everybody to realize this is to the adult, the congregation, the flock, the fold, but it's to every individual. Every individual person got to sit down and assess for themselves. Even though I'm preaching, I got to assess me too. I got to be assessed. It's for me. I ain't talking to y'all, it ain't for me, it's for me too. It ain't a benefit if it's not to me. It's for Yahushua coming out here dying. You thought it was just for you, it was for him. See, that's your problem. You keep thinking everybody been doing something and it's just been for you. No, he did it for himself too. Just like me, I'm doing this because it's for me too. Otherwise, I don't really have a real end in this. How much I'm going to put in if it ain't for me? He said, you good, it's the rest of them bombs. So how much I'm going to put in? With what type of effort? But yet when he brought the Kohan, he let him know, first go offer one for yourself. How am I offer one for myself? The reason I supposed to offer for the people so it can remove their katayin so they don't wind up dying in it. Then he tell me to go offer one for myself. I'm gonna die? Now how am I offer mine? Well, everything I can, make sure I don't die. He said, well, do the same for them. But in order for that to happen, I need to first realize you need to offer one for you. You out here, yo, stupid. Say, here you back here again. You so stupid. Get this thing here. Lord, forgive him. That's tight. That bad you took that, man. You took his zabak and you did that because you got to come offer one for yourself. If I was you, I wouldn't do it. So you have to put yourself in a state that you can't offer for yourself now. Because you were so pissed with this person, that person, you didn't consider yourself. Why? He had to have us to have little things, little currency things to have. So you can always remember there's a connection to us. He had a connection to us. The fact that he was from Yehudah. There's a family connection. How about the fact that if you weren't from Yehudah, you might have been from Issachar, anywhere. Well, how about the fact he was a man? He would have been Adam, so are you. So on every end, there was a connection. Every end, there was a connection. He was an op. Hello? There was so many different ends he played a part to us. That he played a connection. He became a father. There was so many ends he played a part to where he can connect to us on every end. If a person wants, but if you're a person that's stubborn and stuck in your ways, and you're not looking for a way out of change, then it don't matter what I tell you, you're going to keep, and some of you already got that spirit. Well, I hear, but yeah, it still ain't for me. And that'll be your downfall. That'll be your own personal downfall, because it is for you. He let you hear it. He let it get slowed down for you for a reason. But if you just dumb enough to keep using them excuses and don't realize he's holding up for you to make sure you get it. And all you keep saying, he don't want me to say it, we could keep moving. But he didn't. He slowed it down because it's intended for every man and woman to get it. Hello? Out of him so Ahab Yehudah. He's so hard YashaYahu. I don't know how people, but you know what? For some reason, Gentiles can't be saved. I don't know. How does a man, how do you read Yukonon 3:16 and say Gentile can't be saved? How could you teach that? Well, to make sense. 3:16 shoot everybody in the mouth. I don't know how you can say it. The alarm, the world, is YashaYahu the world? Is Yehudah the world? It's not hard to figure this out. But see, the word is also masked where it's covered to where disguised to where everybody don't see it. They see what they need to see. We're going to kill all white people. That's what they're supposed to say. That's what they're supposed to say. We're going to take them, we're going to get all the women, we're going to rape them, and then we're going to kill them when they get back in. That's what they're supposed to. I know, but that's what they're supposed to see. I don't see that. I ain't looking for it. Never had no reason to look for that. Never made a sense to me. Never been into raping women in the first place. Definitely wouldn't see it from a religious standpoint that it makes sense. I mean, it's just never my cup of tea. People different now. Don't mean they ain't did some other stuff wrong. It's just that certain things I didn't see doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense the way he has established it and that the fact that it's available for everybody, because everybody done cross-gendered. You can't use bloodline. Don't make sense. It makes sense why he started integrating other people in with us. Because he started moving in front of bloodline and showing you, I did bloodline. You guys couldn't keep it. You couldn't keep it. So he found other people that would keep it. In one of the bloodline, he said, you know what, though? I can't connect you by Amunah. By the fact, you guys believe the same thing. Y'all know y'all brothers? He said, no, we ain't even related. Yes, you are. You believe the same thing. Hello? And really, you Siamese twins. You know I know that? Because you say you were perfectly joined together. Yeah, Siamese twins. Because of the Amunah, you'd be perfectly joined together. It's the same word, same operation. So all these things that you see and how you see a Siamese, how they be connected, and you see how they exist, and being connected, still be individual, but they learn to play. When they connect that to head, you know, sometimes like one of the Siamese twins might go to the mood, the other say, I don't feel like I stay at home. What you think the other would do, Justin? I'm just asking since you're looking. If one of them going to the mood, what the other one do? Stay at home? What happened? It's crazy. Got to go everywhere they go. That's what Yahushua was trying to tell you. Yahushua, when he left, he said he was going to prepare a place where you at. He said, so because where I am, like Siamese twin, we be connected together. Wherever I'm at, that's where you're going to be. I also got a song, wherever you are. Siamese twin. See, he show you these things, trying to show you things that you have in connections. Just like how twin them resemble, they look. That the word actually make a resemblance. See, let me tell you something. He showed you how without sighting, things still can look and be similar and alike. YashaYahu, who they call Isaac, he was blind. But it came down to giving the Abarym, the covenant, or the inheritance to his being was supposed to be Asu, who they call Esau. He wound up giving it to Yaakov because they were so similar. They were so similar. See, anybody know any of the similarities that he found about them? The way they smell. And that's why I'm going to put on Yahushua, which is interesting. He said the way they smell. Let's look at something since you said that. 5th chapter, book of Ephesians, 5:1. I ain't smell if you've been sniffing. Just checking. Five and 1. Let's see what he told us. How about that? Listen.
Therefore, halak in the Darakim of the Elohim as
We didn't look up
Kabibim
the definition for disconnect. Don't worry about it. Therefore, halak, walk, in the Darakim. They use halak. No, we use halak in the Darakim. It said Daraki. Darakim is plural for ways of
the Elohim as Kabibim Banim.
Hold on for a second. Now, you know, he actually criticized them about his ways he said they had known. Y'all know that? That's why it came in and why he said it was written that we should all be taught Elohim. Because he looked at that. He just told you to do something. Therefore, halak in the Darakim of Elohim. Well, the only way to be able to do this, let's be honest, you didn't know what the ways of Elohim is. That's why he gave them the Torah. Showing them, instruct them so they would know how to walk. When they came, how did they know which way to go when they came out of Mizraim? How's they gonna know it? If he just went somewhere and said, meet me over here, I ain't never been there. How am I gonna get there? I don't have MapQuest, I ain't got no books on it. How am I gonna get there? Then I gotta come and I gotta come and personally lead you there. Then when he brought him out, he taught him all of his ways. That's the whole purpose of him, so he could teach them the ways. See, why you fault and why you faint, because you're trying to do some of your own. See, once you learn what his way is and what your way ain't, then you already know that's not his way. Hello? I'm trying to help you look at why we messed up. The whole purpose of coming here was to learn that. Let's see right quick. YashaYahu will come back 2 and 2. 2 and 1. YashaYahu, they call Isaiah. My time failing, so we ain't got long. Again, I appreciate all my wonderful listeners out there and followers. Appreciate y'all. I hug y'all too. I mean that. You don't have to sit there and watch it. You can be somewhere doing something else. Appreciate Yahuah for touching your love, allowing you to be able to hear this, just like he done with us. Listen what this is.
The bar which YashaYahu, the being of Amatz, saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem.
He was trying to configure this. You ain't gonna tell me what I ain't seen. He said, I seen this. Listen.
Now it shall come to pass in the last Yamim.
You hear what happened? This was gonna happen in the last days. You know when they should have been listening to it? They were looking for it right then. Why would you have been looking for it then? What would have told you not to look for it right then? He said it's gonna come to pass. I can see it right now. On my way right now. About to head on up down. That's gonna be armor. He's saying it's gonna come to pass in the last days. So that means what would let them know that it wasn't happening then? For all they knew, that were the last days. Unless there were odds, signs. Unless there were things that had to align themselves. They knew it wasn't then. So guess who this was written for? Wow. What gave it away? It should come to pass. Well, what about Romans 15:4? Whatever was written aforetime was written for. See? You oust yourself. When YashaYahu told them about this, it wasn't even to them. It was to us. Hello? They've been taught about even all this law, that we should do it. And to our descendants. This right here, even all this was to us. If it's going to come to pass in the last days, you think they thought it was the last days? Couldn't have been. He tell me it's going to come to pass in the last day. They already know. So whatever he talking about, it ain't even for me. They had that much sense. How do you don't have that much sense to realize he's talking to you now? Romans 15:4 should tell you this. Are y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
That it shall come in the last. Aren't we in the? So who was this written to? How did you oust yourself from a relationship with him because you thought it wasn't to you when it was not even to them? If he just told them, they had enough sense with reactions to the Nabal or the Nabaim to know if something was present because they wanted timelines. When Yahushua told them, and they went and he told them to build it, he said, you see all this? Ain't one stone gonna be left upon another that should not be thrown down. They said, ooh, that's tight. They said, well, just keep going. Ain't that what they said? What they immediately want to know. When is gonna happen? What should be the signs of it? So these people here were dumber than them. That's all they dealt with were odds and signs. So when he just told them this, he had to let them know all the rest. Otherwise, listen, the Kato Sarah, right? Or the shofar, the ram's horn. Kato Sarah is one horn that's singular, okay? So it's one singular, two pieces, and you make them one. That was symbolic because that's what we understood by Yahushua. The two should be one. It was two pieces, you put them together and join them together and make them one. Y'all got it? Like you do with a marriage. All this was put together so people understand. That's why when they put Yahushua on the two, it said the Malak of the Yahudim, and they said if he the Malak of who? Let him do what? Because the two was one. That's why he yelled out twice. He took two pieces and made one, okay? Not hard to put this together. Anyway, so when they put it together, there was an order when you put it out, okay? When they put out the Kato Sarah, or put out the shofar, the ram's horn, when you blow it one time, what you do? The leader's supposed to come first. So these was somebody, when they listened, people were listening to see who was supposed to be moving. Certain sounds cause certain gates to get up and move, okay? Now, if you took it and you did a long blast, that was a long, and what did he tell me about that? He said, I'm blowing alarm. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's going to scare the people. So whenever the boss talked, people were scared later. So you need to make sure right quick you tell them, is this now or is this coming? Hands on who asked them that before. Oh, we got one up before you now. Anything in the hall? Anything in the hall? All right. Oh, the hall hand up. No hall. All right, come on, we got. That's tight. I wouldn't do it. No, we can't do that. We ask who. Don't give me no sit way. I need a name. I'm gonna ask you like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want to know what's your daddy name and what does he do for a living? Come on now. They said, our mom says our dad is a real sex machine. And I said, my dad, he looks at vaginas all day. He was like, these kids killing me. All right. I had Dwight second. Won't have a name. Oh, you know, let's see. You got a name or a situation? A name. Who you got? Koski Y'all. That who you had? Koski Y'all. They call Hezekiah.
That's right.
When Koski Y'all, when Elohim had healed him, how many of y'all know the situation? Koski Y'all, who they called Hezekiah. Well, y'all heard about when he was sick unto death. Y'all familiar with that situation? And then he had told him to take the sun down and make it go back. He said, I know you can make it go forward. I want you to make it go back. He would say he wanted him to do something opposite to take it back. Cause the time to go back. And when he told him to do that, he told him to take a lump of figs, and he would have put it on the boil. He had boils, and that's how he healed. Well, after that, Koski got up, and he didn't render to Elohim what he's supposed to render to him. You heard render to whom, but never render to whom honor. Well, he didn't do that. So when some men came down to see him that came over from where
Chaldeans.
the Chaldeans came to see him, he showed them everything that Yahuah had given him. He took them through and showed them everything in the Malkut. He even showed them the waters, the Ma'im that ran down to everything. And YashaYahu came back to see him, who they call Isaiah. He asked her who were those men. He told them they had came from a far place. He had showed them all that stuff. He said they were going to come and they were going to take it.
That's right.
And you know what he wanted to know? Because that's how I know he was black. He said, when they going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
He said, it ain't going to be in my day. He said, good.
Yep.
That's what he did. That's how we knew he black. That's how we realized he had showed. He let them know you had messed up. You hadn't run it. And what he showed them is what they came to take.
Mm-hmm.
They wound up coming right back to take it from them. Zedekiah was our last Malak in captivity. How many of y'all didn't know that? Zedekiah, that was the last one we had in captivity. They had to finally take him out. He wasn't coming up out there. He was holding the fort down. We took him out last. They had to take him out last. You know what I'm saying? Now my dead body. That's how we getting you out of here one way or another. So that was our last. We had two before that. But he was our last one in captivity. One name was changed in captivity. So a lot of names started. That's how we knew names would change when we went into captivity. When we got with the Babylonians, they started changing our names, like Meshach, Shadrach, and one man, Negro. These were names they gave us when we went into captivity. Hadassah, when she was given the name a star. A lot of these people got captivity name. That's why you'll see a lot of these groups come up and holler, that's my slave name, this my name. The problem is nobody gave them that name. I don't know what these folks, none of these folks picked up their own name. I don't know, folks just do their own stuff. I don't know. A lot of stuff just, man, your name be Charlie Wilson, man, you don't do no good. Just stop it. This stuff, if you ain't got no, you ain't living with, I've seen more folk tell lies with Yahushua name and everybody else's name in that book. Just stop it. Them names don't make you live right. Right, that's why he exalted, gave you a name that's above all of them.
That's right.
You ain't got that one. I don't care what you go name yourself. Jimmy Lump, just stop it. Let's see this right here. Listen. Now it came to pass in the last that
the heart of the Beth of Yahuah shall be established as the Rosh, the Rosh of the heart.
So what he just told you now, that there was one mountain that was going to set above all the others. That's what he just told us. One was going to set superior over all the others. Y'all got it? He told there was going to be one that was going to come from Yahuah. One. He didn't put Abarym. Abarym was second because he would let you know it was going to set above all the others. So these were things that were going to be symbolic. But again, this was not for them. It was for us. This whole book was written for you. So when you detached yourself or you neglected certain things you felt like it wasn't, it just told them. So these people sitting here, look what they were thinking. Oh man, I'm finna see this. I don't know how. It's in the last days.
That's right.
These aren't the last days. So this could only be to what group of people? It's to us. This to us. That's why you need to reconnect yourself, people. Your disconnect has hurt you. Because these people that were listening to it probably gave how much credence to it. Since it's not in my day, since it don't affect me, just like Koski y'all said, this don't have anything to do with me, does it? It has to do with some people that's coming behind me. Even Kof, when he immersed them, and that's the first time we found a group of people to get the Ruach HaKodesh in that number, he even told it's to you and to all. That was the emphasis people should have paid attention to. Even admitted he was going to call him. Here we go. We were back to Uyakra, and he called. Now, how that came to be to you, they call Leviticus. It's Uyakra to us, and he called. And they call it Leviticus because it dealt with the priesthood. It dealt with the order of the priesthood. Well, we'll take that. We'll take that. Simply because he made you Malaks and he made you Kohan. So that's to you. Now, the people that originally came out, that book was not to them in that order. They looked that basically was an order that was given to the Kohans. The Kohan gave them orders as far as them cleansing certain things, but really, this actually involves more them than us. That book involved you more than it involved them when they had it. Because you've been transformed into Kohans. So how did you disconnect yourself from them? You have constantly been disconnecting yourself when you should have been connecting. Let's see disconnect. Are y'all all right? Yes, sir. Woo, I feel like I'm talking it. I feel like I don't know, I feel like y'all ain't getting it. Because we can move on. We can book this thing, just let's go ahead and book it. But I can tell you where you're at right now. You ain't got no reservation. We can book it, but you ain't got no reservation. I'm trying to help y'all out. Isn't that right? I want you to get reservation. Huh? Don't mind grab that winning teams too. I know these jokers. Yeah, you would have booked it. You have some reservation. Break the or that's what we did. Disconnect. You broke it. Now we had to let's see connect. We saw disconnect, and we're gonna look at this. Because before you look at disconnect, you want to learn what connect is, but we did the end before we got to the beginning. Bring or into so that a real or notional, I don't know how they put notional together, link is established, okay? Kind of notion kind of go with notable in a sense, okay? So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring together or into contact so that a real or notional link is established, okay? Attach ourselves. Y'all got it? And this is what we hadn't done. Connected ourselves. That's what Yahuah did when he made man. Yahuah's a Kohan. People have no idea. Yahuah's a Kohan. He offered up Yahushua. They say he had to have something to offer up because he had to be a Kohan too, so he offered up himself. But he the one that set forth the offering for us. He set the whole protocol for the order of the Kohan. And his connection and his separation from the people. And that he disconnected himself when it came down to the people into inheritance. There was certain thing he looked at, your connection is me. So he made you Kohan, guess what they did also to you? You got to break a lot of your connection you got with people. Okay. The Kohan couldn't have all that stuff. He couldn't have it. He said, I'm your hand. When they were divine and putting out land, they couldn't have it. So let me ask you, so he told you if any man will come after me, let him, or he should have said any Kohan. If any man will come here to do what? That's what the Kohan had to do. He had to deny himself. Simply because he had given him an order that you can come to me. So when you said, come unto me, all that burden and heavy laden, who could come to him? Basically going to be a Kohan. Because they had to disconnect themselves from other things. So they can be connected to. Hello? When he made man, look at him. Let me say, hold on, son. Second chapter right quick. We kind of all over the place. Let's see, let's book it. Great reservation. Second chapter of the book of Abarym, they call Hebrew. Y'all get ready to get their money. I'm trying to get them out of here. I ain't trying to hold y'all long. We'll try to, I ain't gonna try to do whatever you will see fit tomorrow because I don't have nothing wrote up, so. I know this much. For those of y'all that think he didn't care, he cared because we should have been on something else. But he got us going the way we're going to come back down and talk to us as men and women so we can start looking at, you got to start breaking that. Cycles ain't broke because you're doing the same thing. That means you're still doing it. You got the same cycle. So we got to start breaking that cycle. Hello? All right. So that's what we got to change. Think about it. You ain't getting no results. You're not getting no results because of how you're doing it. So we got to change the way we do things. You got to change the way you think. You got to change the way you look at things. People go, why this happen? Why this keep happening? Because it's a purpose. You just ain't looking at the purpose. You keep looking at why it keep happening. You ain't looking at what did you do for it to happen. Then you lie. I ain't do nothing. Okay, we still lying. Does it make sense? Something just happened to you, you ain't did nothing? Even EU friends asked her, did that make logical sense? Now look at, but we had writers that declared that EU was right, upright. We don't have nothing to vindicate you. You yourself say you ain't right. So it makes a perfectly good sense why things happen to you. So why don't we change the relationship? Okay. I guess we're not that in. Don't say and try to help you. All right, 2 and 1. Hebrews 2 and 1. Listen.
Therefore, we have to pay more attention, which we have Shama.
You see that? Therefore, we have to do what?
Pay more attention, which we have Shama.
So you know what that means, Chris? That means we missed something.
Yeah.
If my teacher tell me to pay attention, they say I need to pay more attention, it's because I'm missing something. And a lot of times they get you to pay more attention, certain situations happen. Like your doctor will tell you everything good, ain't no problem. So really what they tell that, you like, I really like that. Because once you told me I'm good, ain't nothing going on really, everything you said, you really hold me, I'm trying to get, they tell you, say, we found something. And we want to do some more tests. I want to get the test before I really just say what it is. You think saying, before you say what is? Well, let's just do the test. You thinking, what we doing the test for? What you see, what you think you see. I need to know before we find, I need to know how I need to be thinking about this. I need to be crying, hollering, pooting, calling preacher, getting shipload of oil in and preparing to die. What did you think you see? It's certain way your doctor taught you, man, you on every word. You're hanging clean to every word because you're seeing your life attached. Why you hadn't done that with this? This would be a violation. That you would pay attention to your primary care doctor versus your primary savior. He just had to let us know that'll be a violation too, okay? So therefore he told us we ought to pay more attention, which we have heard. Listen, anytime we may
drift away.
Oh, my mind just, you know what, it just left me, right? I forgot what I was doing. Why? Because you drifted. And guess what we do? Now, I mean, people here drift when we doing this. And this just condemns you. Now, guess what happened? You just committed kata. Justin, would you agree? If he told me, he said, let not your Lord be troubled. You know who commits sin? Who? Again, who will commit kata? Who? That's not true. That's not true. He answered it fast. What does the next, I'm going to let you quote. What does the next line say? So I don't believe in my Lord trouble. I commit kata? I don't. He said, if you believe in me. So there's a stipulation with people who Lord shouldn't be troubled. See, we move fast sometimes. We see this again, everything ain't to everybody. He was only talking to believers. Don't let this overwhelm you if you believe in me. Because all of this, what's about to happen to me, is going to work to the manifestation, to the building of Elohim Malkuth. Let not your Lord be troubled. If you believe in Elohim, believe also in me. Because in my Abal are many. If it were not so, I go to prepare a place for you. Then I'll come again. That's why what was important with that statement, when he was taken up in the first chapter of Acts of the Shalakim, they told him, why stand ye gazing into the Shamaim? That same Yahusha which was taken away from you, they needed confirmation. See, they couldn't believe what Yahusha said. He was the only person who said it. But you wouldn't know that. See, the people he said it to were the same people that heard the Malachi tell them. Why were they standing there gazing? They were standing there gazing because you know why? That's the last time we're going to see him. If they believed he was coming back, it would have made sense for them to tell him the statement. They were standing there gazing because I can't believe he gone. And we ain't going to see him no more. Humans. They were humans, just like you. We are building Amunah off of other men. Just like they built Jerusalem. They built it off of other men's labor. Nobody got nothing of themselves. Even Yahushua told you, I can of myself, so why I'm trying to do everything? Everything they got. Adam, how much play he had in building the gun? So when he took both our fathers and put them in Jerusalem, that they had not planted trees, they had not put up fences, and yet it was there because this is the same thing I did for Adam. I made them inheritors, just like Adam, because I was telling you, they were my sons. They were inheriting something that they had no play part in the creation of. And that's what he's giving you now. You are getting amunah that have been established off of other people. Do you know they would have loved to sit here and watch you and get off of you and you've been on the page? They said, man, this all day. I'm going to be doing this all day. I'm just increasing off other men's labor. So now, the purpose of him coming was the fulfillment for you to be an inheritor and for the Malkut. Otherwise, there'd be nobody inherited. Nobody could inherit it. So let me ask y'all a question. Basha, you answer a question for me. The guy who got the first gun, what was his name? Adam. So when he got kicked out, what's the next guy that inherited? Because nobody else inherited. That was it. You know why you don't have it down here anymore? Why nobody inherited it? That's one reason why. Who's going to inherit it? Who do you give it to? Wow. One man lost it by default. Who else going to inherit it? Why you thinking it ain't him? Go tell the folks, find these no. Says, just find me the garden right quick. I just want to go and find that fruit. It ain't there for nobody to inherit it. He stabbed the plate now for us to inherit. What happened with Jerusalem? We never got that back. Other people inherited. Nobody inherited. So you're in a separate place that we can inherit. Y'all got, but this is all based off a relationship. This is all based off a relationship. And this is something you hadn't worked on. You hadn't thought about. Stripping yourself. Stop living a lie. Sit down and have a real conversation. I tell people like people get married. We were talking on the show. I was talking to her. And I know people listen to the show like, wow. I said, go leave a turd in the toilet and walk in there and just smell it. That proves you want to be together. They drop one. I said, don't leave that 12-foot log. Put a little log and then leave it. They know you know what you're getting in a nutshell. I was cool like I said, don't do that. She said, I remember my husband laid that elephant log in there, and that been back in. That thing went in, busted bottom of that top. Boom! No. But I just said, I said, what side of the bed you want to sleep on? She said, I ain't thinking, that is true. She said, I got to have my side of the bed I sleep on. Things that we don't think, people might think simple, a lot of things become complications because people look at, they didn't realize how important small things are. These I don't even want to talk about. I don't even worry. I just want to be thinking about the good times. It's too many other things that wind up being. That's why a lot of marriages crunch. Because people crash. Because people start looking at them from a fairy tale way, looking at them from realistic. These are real conversations. This thing's gonna really happen. Like she said, no, preacher, I never use the bathroom in front. You don't use it. There's no way you're gonna be married. He don't catch you. You don't catch him. Men ain't hard to catch. I told her, I said, who gonna go to the bathroom first, you or him? Who you think gonna use the bathroom for, you or her? Dad said, you're a man. And where he'll be thinking? He said, she got to smell it eventually. Gotta let it go. It gotta happen one of these days. But you know, I know it's funny, it's realistic because it happened. You have a realistic conversation with Yahuah. Where you at? Why you there? What you really trying to do? Tell him about it. He knows about it. Just go on and confess it to him. The reason why you want to tell him is because you need to hear yourself. You need to hear yourself. You know what I'm saying? He already know. Yeah, but tell him. Tell him, this is me. This is my hang up. I've been a fool. I want you to sit down and have a real conversation because you've been a fool. You've been a fool. Tell I've been a fool. I want you to sit down and talk to him just as easy. You know, Abraham talked to him. He said, like a man with his friend. That's how Abraham talked to him. He said, that's what it said. It said it was like a man talking to his friend. People have relationships with him like that. What kind of relationship you have? I don't even try to bother with it because I know he don't want to hear from me. Why doesn't he? You need to hear yourself tell him. You need to hear what come out of your mouth, what you really trying to do. You need to go on and confess it. You need to start making them changes. When you confess it, don't just leave your hand to do it. Then we'll start making reservations to start making a change. What did that noise? The speakers? A high school doing that? Shut it down. Kids ain't trying to be saved. It's Shabbat. Hearing all that rumbling, I'm saying, what in the world is that right now? Like some folk marching. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna put that on kids. I was just being funny. But that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to have a realistic conversation about where you at. Why you there? What's holding you up? I want you to hear yourself. Y'all know something. Fear. What fear though? It's different levels of fear. There's different kinds of fear. You got what I'm saying? It's a fear that keeps you alive, and it's a fear that'll kill you. The fear that'll kill you is the one that keeps you from doing what he told you. Y'all got it because other people looking. They might say something, I want people to think nothing about me. So I can't do everything you want me to tell you. I try to balance myself where I can be this person for him and be that person for them. That'll kill you. Y'all got it? In the 12th chapter book of Yahuah, he told you when Yahuah started, they said many believed on him, but they wouldn't confess him because they didn't want to be put out of the sun again. Said because they loved the Tahalima Anashim than they did of Yahuah. And they believed it. They believed it, but they said, I ain't going to confess it. I know exactly, and you know what? This could very well be you. You believe enough that you know it, but you feel enough that you won't do it. Make sense? All right, I'm finna this out right quick. Let's at any time we may
drift away.
Come on, let's roll.
For if the debar spoken through the Malachim was confirmed, and every transgression and disobedience received his punishment as a trial.
Pay attention to that. Everything you've done, he said, you're going to, just like a trial, you're going to pay for it. That's what he told you.
How should we escape if we do not pay attention to such great salvation, which at the first began to be spoken through the Adon?
Through Yahushua.
It was confirmed to us by those that Shama.
So that's why we had to listen to the Shalakim they call apostle, because their confirmation, your law told you at the mouth. See, he told you who said it first. So when they hear the Shalakim, ain't got no reason to tell them something. You weren't witness. You only tell me because you got it from him. So you the second. You know that? Like I said, this your second witness. That's why they mess up at. Shalakim tell you, Shalakim couldn't get it from themselves. He told you who told it first. Then it was, see, this is where you mess up at. Every time you being baited because you don't pay attention. To tell you it was first spoke about him and then it was confirmed by them that heard him. Why am I questioning them? That's validity on what they're saying. Because you just told me he said it first. Because he gave it to them. Like why the people believe Musa. We told Musa to go up, and whatever he tell you come back, that's what we'll do. That be your second witness. Okay. When he told you about Yahuah who came and told you, he said, I got greater witness than that of him. Because Yahushua kept testifying that who taught him, who sent him, who told him. So everything he told you, it should have been confirmed. Because I got it from him. He told you, had you believe Musa, that's another witness. Because he wrote about me. He subscribed with the pen about me that he was going to raise up a Nabah of the Akim, the brethren, from the midst of you. Him you were going to hear. And it was going to be that whoever don't hear him, he was going to smite you completely off of the rocks. Which means you were leaving the rock. This is what people don't make sense. If he's going to smite you off the rock, why would he do that? The rock's going to be destroyed anyway. Because he's going to step in Malkuh here and you won't be a part of it. Who won't be on the rocks when the whole thing going to be destroyed anyway? He's going to wipe you completely off of it. He's getting rid of you because he's going to clean it because he's going to purify it. That's why Jerusalem getting destroyed. He purified.
Yeah.
Everybody had it and lost it.
Yeah.
Get tired. Everybody been a loser.
That's right.
Our both were losers. That's why they not down. Losers. Why they finna lose it? They're losers. Tell the truth. Everyone is a loser. He's sick of losers.
That's right.
It's time to purify and establish where he's going to dwell Sadiq.
That's right.
He's going to come, he's going to establish his Malkuh here, and he's going to dwell Sadiq. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
But now you got to look at what you're supposed to do. That's why he tells you. Come on, finna, what happened? Elohim also testifying what?
With them.
See that? Now you got 3 witnesses. At the most 3.
Both by odds and wonders.
Because we were taught that's something we look for. When Yahushua came, they told we sent him. Well, they can't seek it from him. That's how we operate. Where your sign at? Where your sign? He sent you ought to be an ox. That ought to be a sign. He said, everything I told, and we learned that from Barashit. He said, I put them in the Shamim and I put them in the alarm. So you have witnesses. Now he tell you all that he bear them witness. Both with signs and wonders and divers. What kind? Okay. Chris, today?
And by various miracles and by gifts of his Ruach HaKadosh, which are distributed according to his own will.
See that? That's how he give it out, according to his will. You want it? Be in his will. It ain't hard. Come on.
For it is not under the hand of the Malachim. He has subjected the alarm to come, concerning which we speak about it.
See that? It ain't under their hands. It ain't under Malachi hands. Not the word that he got that he gonna establish. Come on.
But somewhere the witnesses testified, saying, what is Ish that you zakar him?
That's what he want to know. This is what they want to know. You know what they want to know? The fact that he don't put it on the hand of Malachi, he gonna put it on the subjection differently. But somewhere the witness testifies saying, what is Ish? What is Adam? That you remembered him, zakar him, or the ben of Adam, that you are
concerned about him.
That's all he want to know. Listen.
You made him for a little lower than the Elohim.
Y'all hear what he did? Look what he did. You made him a little lower than the Malachi?
Than the Elohim.
See, let me ask y'all a question. This is what you want to realize. When he made him like him. When Pharaoh made Yahuah ruler, was there a great distance between them? What was the distance? He was just a little lower. He was a little lower. Between Pharaoh and him was nobody. So when the witnesses testified, you ain't gonna believe it. Who was between Yahuah, Elohim that we knew him before we knew Hashem, and Adam? We didn't know nothing about Yahushua at the time. That was it. He said, I made him like us. See, wasn't nobody in between them. So this is not hard. So now the Malachi, a witness testified, I want to know, what is Ish that you're mindful of? And then he was concerned about who? His band, hands. Give me relation. I got this hand up again. It's going to be the correct answer. All right, what you think, Justin? A check on you. Right answer, wrong answer. Awesome. What is Ish that you're mindful of him? Or the son of him? That you're concerned about him? That's it. That's the answer. It went up fast. Deal. Let go. Go ahead.
What's his name? What's the son's name?
That's good. Now come on. He don't get a check with you. Look at what. Hey, Jed, hold on, Jed. How you know he ain't right?
You said that's good. I said that.
I got one back there. I got the hall. Josh up there. Come on, Josh.
That was a good answer, though, right? Is it
No.
He's like, he ain't wrong. It could be working. It ain't what you
I will see when I get a right answer. Hold on. I got somebody before you. Dwight, you back there discussing yours? Are you discussing yours? Because you just lost. You getting a check. I know you didn't raise your hand. I only want your answer. Was he discussing the answer? Oh, he did. He raised his hand? Yeah. That man. All right, we got N over here. N. It's going to be a check. Hold on for a minute. Is he going to get it right? He going to get it right? So, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen. You going to get the answer. They're going to be tight. Let me say it. Let's see where. Come on. Who? Jacob did what? If I had to ask you Jacob being son, what you think about your answer? What now? What was your answer again? No, just tell me what it was. Jacob being who?
Whenever Jacob said that Benjamin was valuable to him.
When Jacob said Benjamin was valuable to him? Oh, because he never said that. That was Yehudah. He was trying to explain to Joseph about concerning the relationship of the Abba and the Ben. How the father's life was tied into the life of the Ben. And say, I'm giving you a correct answer to your wrong one. That'll be 2 checks. That'll be your second witness. Now, who'll be next for a check? Oh, hold on. I'm telling you what's smart, though. Mormon that had his hand up and eased it down. I know. Mama said, he better tell my mind playing tricks on me. Boy, y'all know, you can't even see. You know you ain't looking no answer. A blind man. Come on, we got care of him. Check or no check? Let me see. Hold on. Close your eyes. Close your eye, Karen. Yeah, so you don't hold no hatred. Check or no check? I see the man peeking. All right, put him down. Let's see. All right, come on, Karen. What we got? I can't think we can be. I'll say. Okay, knock him out. Tell him about knock him out. He was concerned about Elohim. He was concerned about the Matah, which is a tribe, the Mishpachah family, how they had escaped. And I'm concerned about how long it take you to put that check on that board. That man is explaining out more and more. Hold on for a minute. Jerry, is this the real you or the trick on me? That man here is going. Jerry, all right, let's go Dexter. Is it for a check? No, you got to put a check on it. All right, come on. That's right. He desired the work of his hand. That's a good one right there. So you just quoted out the rest of this scripture for the answer. That man quoted out the rest of it. The question was, oh, I got another one about him. Last one, Boston. Go ahead, Boston. No, we can't have that. Now I got 2 checks. I got 2 checks. They got 2 ounces, I got 2. We don't take one of them. No, we don't take 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Who? Noah? His name means rested. That's what his name means. You know, it was like 7 other people in there with him too. Okay, let's look at something else. I want to. That's enough. We can't go but so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Too many wrong. At around 2 minutes wrong, I'm gonna forget where I'm at. What y'all should look at? Let's look at what he told you. This is very easy. Y'all paid attention. But somewhere the witness testified, saying, "Who is Ish?
Adam,
a new still man, that you remember him, or the being of
Adam,
that you are concerned about him." Abal. Do y'all not remember when he asked Cain, where was Abal? He came back and clearly asked his son, his brother, where is Abal? So the writer is trying to see what was the connection to Adam and why were you concerned about his son? Because we seeded out from him. He tried to show you there was still a concern. Because even though he had put Adam out, he was concerned about where is Abal. So when you're looking at, when they're saying, think about the witness asking, why are you concerned? So it had to be something to where, to me, I don't see why that make a difference. But the writer wanted to know, why are you concerned about them? And he let him know that this man, Dom, is crying from the Adumah. I am concerned about Anashim. This is what they were trying to put together. Why is this man concerned about you guys? Why is he worried about the sons that came out from him? He told you why. Look at the relationship. I made him a little lower than me. I put everything in his hand. And all the writer was trying to figure out, what is it? Why are you concerned about him? Give them up. They're lost cause. But I'm concerned. When he put Adam out, as far as he looked at, man was a lost cause. That's the first time we found out he was concerned about his son. He wanted to know about where is Abal. I'm concerned about, I put his father out, but I was concerned about the son. This man had been concerned about you. Y'all understand? This is why you have to pay attention when questions are asked. They want to know, why are you concerned with a lost cause? Give it up. But he let them know, I want to know, where is he? I'm concerned about what happens to him. Think about it. Adam was kicked out. What did he care about the rest of us? This made people become inquisitive. I'm inquisitive. What is this? What is this thing y'all got going on? What is this? It's kind of like, wait a minute. I noticed y'all mighty close. Is y'all a couple or something? That's what the writer want to know. Is there a couple or something? We trying to tell him he's just a nice man. He's just a nice old man like to talk. So of course they were concerned. They want to know what was the relationship. Y'all got it? You think he forgot? He hadn't forgotten. He hasn't forgotten. That's why he tried to tell. He said, I inscribed you on my hand. I won't forget. That's why Yahushua came and showed the nail in the hand. It had been inscribed. He kept trying to show it. I hadn't forgot. Listen, part of our default, part of our defeat, because you felt like he forgot. He hadn't forgot. Why you think he slowed me down, let us talk and go through this? Because he hadn't forgot. So that book been going, he knew. It's been going over your head, but you couldn't say nothing. Because you felt like you were holding us up. You felt like it was supposed to go that way, and you were counted out. But he inscribed on his hand, I hadn't forgot. I hadn't forgot. You forgot. He said, I hadn't forgot. That's why he was trying to figure out why. It don't make sense to keep holding on to him. But he looked at, I put this man in a position. I won't forget about it. He given us that opportunity to come back and reconcile. That's where we're at right now. Right now, we're in a stage where we can reconcile. This is still repairable. It's like Yahuah when he saw the wall. It was a bad wall. It was bad. You know, he realized we can reconcile this. Let's look at what reconcile is. I ain't mean to hold y'all that long. I want to let y'all go. But if you get out of here and you don't get it, you came all the way here for it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because you came here to get it. You shouldn't leave here until you get it. That was the only reason to come here. So you can get it. Okay? All right. Listen. Read the definition. Good answer. That's going to be on me.
Restore friendly relations between.
That's all we're trying to do. So if we friend, I'm shooting at you.
No.
We friend, I'm tearing up everything you got.
No.
We need to fix this, Chris. One thing you do is try to find out what I like. And try to bring me what I like to appease me, Chris. So I stop shooting at you and tearing up everything you got. So we can try to, you know, countries will do that. You know, like now, like they shooting in Gaza and Israel, they're fighting, and they're trying to bring a humanitarian thing. But something got to be done to do that. It's a trade. You're going to have to give me some hostages. We got to agree on some things in order to get this done. So some humanitarian things will come in, so people got to give up something. Y'all know they let two of them go today, a mother and a daughter. They got to get aided now. People hadn't ate. You see, when they start looking at, they depleted at the point of death. You know what? That stuff I was saying before about going to kill all these people. I ain't going to let them go. Here you go, a couple of them. He just got to put you in the right situation. You know what it's going to take for you to get this thing? You're going to get in the right situation. It just take the right situation. It might be one on where you might be stretched out of hospital with some needles and tubes in you. And you barely make it out of it. You might come out in a bad situation. But you realize, I got to take now, you can harbor with all your heart, with all your mind, because ain't nothing else you can think about but how tragic your situation is and who control it. And he's the only one who can fix it, or he can take it to the worst. Now he can get all your heart and you ain't got to run the street because you strapped down. But if it worked to your salvation, I know what you're saying. I'd rather be up walking and talking and moving and thinking and going. That's what you've been doing. And you ain't did nothing he told you. So he'll fix you where you can't walk and talk, huh? Now all you can do is meditate. People talk to you, but since you can't respond, it's not a long conversation. So you find yourself doing a lot of just by yourself. So just since it's you and by yourself, I guess I just talk to Yahuah. Now you'll consider. See, while y'all sitting here and you've been going, include me, and you've been playing around, include me, because we hadn't fully dedicated ourselves. We took for granted the relationship. We took for granted learning some things and realized you hadn't fully gave me your whole heart. Now you just waiting on this thing can go there. He can have you somewhere you be strapped down to a bed. That'll get you because you done went lunatic. You can't sit by yourself. You got something that keep you rolling. You can't be still. So you got to stay confined to a bed. That's till you leave him. This ain't the man you want to play with. He got options. You know, some people tell you, I got options. He looking at this. I don't have to take this from you. I got options. I move one of my options, you're going to be in a real bad way. So a lot of us hadn't considered how serious this is. And you might look at the time and you ready to go, you come late, you don't put a lot into what you're doing. And this thing, since he got option, could turn out really bad for you. He can put it where nobody come and help you and nobody come see you. Matter of fact, you know, I forgot about you was even there. And it was an honest mistake. Honest. It was because he regulates the mind. He can top everybody time. It was just hard to kind of get over there. But if somebody going by there, tell them I asked about him. This ain't the man you want to keep playing with. All of us have played too long. We've taken a lot of stuff for granted. Steps, being able to open your mouth, use the bathroom by yourself. A lot of stuff you took for granted. This ain't going to be your days always now. You ain't going to believe it, all them people in that nursing home, they weren't born in there. Situations happen. When situations happen a lot, that's your last turn. And that's where you'll leave in your death. When you leave for now, it will be by the hands of a coroner, by the hands of an undertaker. He ain't the man we want to play with. It's time for everybody to start to reassess what we're doing. Because we got to fix this relationship, restore friendly relations between us. That's why I destroyed Jerusalem before. We're not friendly. Y'all got it? He look at us, we enemies. Because we don't really lay the law to our real inner, how important this is to us. This is the last inning. This it. This it. Somebody trying to start over from right now from scratch, that's going to be kind of tight. Because where you got to get to in a quick time, it's hard. Somebody said, sit me down and just tell me everything I need to know right now. Is that probable? That I can sit down and tell you everything you need to know in one setting? That make it much sense. You can eat all the food you need that you eating for 50 years in one setting, and you 2 years old. How long it take you to eat 52 years worth of food and you 2 years old? Who know how long it'll take?
52 years.
How you figure 52 years? That's it. All right, I'm smart. I know numbers. He said 20 from 100 is 80. He said, I know I'm smart. I know numbers. That's why I'm going to be an accountant. We're like 20 from 80. 20 from 100 is 80, man. That, you ain't no accountant to know that. That's third grade math. But these are the things that we have to really sit down and look at. I really need everybody to think. I need you to slow down tonight. I really need you to look at yourself. I really need you to have a real conversation with this man tonight. Because this might be your last time to get it. I know some of y'all ain't going to pay no attention. You're going to keep going. This at the threat of your life. That's the problem. You've been going too long. We've been going too long. You've been ignoring. You've been putting off. I'm going to start. Okay, next week I'm finna start. Every time, but you hadn't, and every time he been marking us. How many of y'all have made commitments and then keep them? How many times we going to be able to keep doing that? How many? Yeah, for the one, I don't make no commitment. That way I don't worry about breaking it. You don't make them because you're not loyal in your heart. He got a problem with that too. He got a problem with people that make them and break them. He got people that don't make them. Because they say, well, I don't want to be like folk lying and make them ain't going to do them, but you already done set your life not to do it. You see, what we try to find is, where's a safe place? It's not a safe, because you're supposed to dedicate yourself. So what you said, I don't make no commitment to do it. So now you look at, I don't have no liability. You got what I'm saying? You need liability. You need something needs to attach to something. Y'all remember Yahuah fight about trying to get Benjamin? Because he attached to something. He attached to the Father. I got to get him back. He did what Yahuah told us. When Yosef came in and they brought them back to Yosef, and Yosef looked at, I could discern y'all guys. You thought you could take from me and you just going to get out of here like that? He said, you didn't know such a one like me that I could discern this stuff. He just put him to the side. He said, can I talk to you for a minute? And he pulled him off and told him, he said, now I know that you, even as Pharaoh. He said, I told you, he said, we had an old man at home. He said, now he had 2 sons. He said, one was taken, he would kill violently. This one, so this the last one he got. He said, if this one die, it'll take him to the grave. Anything happened to him. He said, and no doubt, Joseph had to have a look on his face to try to figure out what was that connection. How would this son being here kill him? He said, because his life is tied in him. He said, something happened to him, it'll take him to the grave. One thing he used that we don't use sometimes, Yahuah asked her, he said, come and let us reason together. That's all he did. He put him out to reason with him. What EU told us, Yahudah already knew. He said, how forcible are right words? What does your argument reprove? He just sat down and had a simple conversation with him and just let him know. I just want you to know what the connection. I don't want you to think this is something I'm just trying to do. We're trying to gather him. This boy right here is the last one belonged to our Father. And if something happened to him, it'll take him to the grave because his life is tied to him. See, you ain't got nothing tied in it. This is the only reason why you hadn't really committed yourself. Nothing in it, you ain't got nothing to lose. It's like vested. Sometimes we do it, people don't put it. So when something happens, it don't matter because they ain't got nothing in it. When you got something in it, there's a concern. This is sometimes what people do in their spiritual life. They never commit. They say, you know what? I don't have no losses because I went in it. I don't get in it. I learned to stay away from stuff. And that's the same behavior they have when it come down to serving Yahuah. They have nothing in it. So it's not a concern or a care. And that's a dangerous way to live when they come down to Yahuah. Y'all got it? I really need us to get better. He needs us to get better. He slowed it down for you and I. This going to come back up again. Y'all got it? You're not going to get another chance. Once we start rolling, you're going to be left this time. Listen, there won't be another chance for you. It's very important and critical that you pay attention while he slowed it down. Because he got a short work he going to do. He said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to be moving real quick. But where you at, you going to get steamrolled. You don't believe. You can't comply. You're a crybaby. You're a quitter. You're a hater. You got too much going on. You just need to go ahead and get it. Write down what you are. Y'all got paper pen. Don't get it to nobody. Don't discuss with nobody. I want you to do it for yourself. Write down what you are. And we got to get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of that. It's going to hurt you. Because the test we're going to have to get ready and go through, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you bad. Your heart can't be in nothing more than him. It's going to hurt you. I'm just telling you, listen, you're going to fall away. You thinking, oh, it's different. No, you're going to fall away because you're not paying attention. You can't have your heart in nothing more than him. That's going to be the test. A lot of these people are going to give up. Listen, anybody can listen to this. Anybody, it's really not hard to follow this and do it. The problem going to be with it is really applying yourself. So a lot of people, listen, Yahuah should start out with 84. It wasn't that hard. 84 of them he had doing it. 84 were going door to door. After a while, when it got real tight, 72 had to go. And he asked the other 12, what y'all going to do? Hey, look, I'm standing. I'm standing. Those 72 don't have no bearings on me. You know how many of y'all in here, your life attached to too many other things, and that's going to be your hold up. That's going to be your keepback, and why you ain't going to get it. From relationship to kid, to you, to other things you got hang up on, can't forgive, can't get over. Man, listen, it's too easy for me. I keep it moving. I just don't have that energy and time. People be wasting time, man. I don't have no time. Man, I keep it moving. I don't waste no energy. I had to give you energy and time. Here, I don't get nobody that kind of time. I can't give it to you. I'm a loser, I do that. Man, I hate Daniel. That means I got to put you here and process you in my mind and keep you on my heart. Damn, I don't have that kind of energy and time. Not just, because it's going to take away what I need to do. Get nobody that kind of time. Y'all got that kind of time because you know where you're going. I ain't got that kind of time. Even Yahuah, in the midst of his dying, you know what he said? Forgive him. I can't let you get here and him. I've been lost. Listen, I'll lose everything I work for. It ain't worth it. But see, you ain't got nothing in it. That's why a lot of y'all can do what you're doing because you really ain't got nothing in it. That way y'all come in and go to sleep. That way y'all can mess around. Y'all come late. You really ain't got nothing in it. What's being punctual? What is that? At least you made it. There's some folks ain't even here. And that's your downfall. So you grading yourself out other people who's slothful. And you ain't supposed to be slothful. Listen, I watch y'all guys. Y'all terrible people like y'all. He told you not slothful in business. Do y'all see me come to the park lot wide slap over the last minute? Makes absolutely no sense. Priority, I already know what I got to do. I ain't got to read the fly here no last minute. I got to already have myself preparated. I don't have time for that stuff. That's what some grab, some hold me up. I just can't serve. You can do that because that's where you at. I know what y'all saying. What they got to do, got everything, because I know how you serve. You ain't doing that and tell me you serving where you're supposed to serve. You're doing that because it goes along with how you serve. That's how you believe. He said, God, at least he ain't far into it. Yeah, that's where you at. Ain't about me, it's about he looking at prioritize. Go to your job and you supposed to already been there. How many times they gonna let you play that stuff? That's all you have to do. And you know he got a problem with that. Because you be the word, them folks, you be there on time. On time mean before time. Hello? I'm just telling you, it's stuff I said, well, that's just, this is how you operate. And to you it's good, but it's dangerous because you're not considering your salvation. Everything now we got to consider. Listen, we played too long. We stayed too long. This the last hour. I can't tell y'all there's no clearer. You and I have played too long. You're going to have to really go back and reassess some stuff. I ain't got time. I can't fool around with that. It got to be priority. His stuff got to be priority. You want him to come, get me, help me, heal me, get me up. What you do? I ask you a simple order. Come, listen, not forsaking the assembly, as the manner of some is. And so much the more you see it come. And you fail me every time. And what are you asking me something for? Okay. That's all I'm trying to tell people. It's all about where your heart at. Y'all heart show up when you come. I said, I already know where you at. Like, I just watch. I said, I already know where you at. Y'all wait till y'all get dab slapped right here. I said, we finna start. Next time drink coffee. Next time right here. Well, how many of y'all job y'all can stop what y'all doing and go get coffee? Some of these y'all be like, where you going? You need to be working. Them folks tell you need to go to bed at night. Whatever you need to do, you on that job. Them folks look at you to perform. It ain't me. Y'all work for somebody. Listen, it's a lot of stuff. It don't make me do it at the end of the day because it's you. But I'm warning you because you got to look at he's watching you. If people, some super out there don't say they watch people. They come and say, I've been watching you. Huh? Yeah, I've been watching you. I've been keeping up what you've been doing. That man watching you. Now you don't play so long, you come because your friends play and you think it's a game. This your soul. What's important to you, you're going to put that effort in. When it ain't important, you're going to drag, you're going to make excuses, and you guys show it. That's how you serve, because it ain't important to you. It's important you want to play a game. You need some. Oh, time tighten up, because I finna give me some. You're like, why you want to tighten up anyway? You tighten up now? Come finna give you something? What was you living before this? Okay. Just trying to help y'all out. No, so my ship finna come in. When knew I start living right? When it got, what was that, the 350th day? It said he was, Nuach was Sadiq. What that was, Justin? What that day when he was? When Nuach started living right. You remember that? You think it was probably while he was building the ship when he started looking at getting himself right? When he started counting animals going on there? When that raven went out and flew back in before all that. Get when they gonna live right? When they ship come in. Everybody quit being stupid. Everyone quit being stupid. Gotta be living right before a ship get built. That man built the ship. He trying to live right. Now I'm finna get him a ship finna come out, live right before the ship got built. That's why the man looked down and favored it. That's what we looking at him to do, look down and favor. He's sick of folk waiting to get something before they do something. Do something before it comes. Have no confidence. I deliver. Y'all got it? I know I went over time. We came in early to stay a little late, but no doubt it's what you needed. Appreciate that.